Big Loon
went on the attack.
Resulted in an active YouTube war, because that's exactly what that is. This he breached a barrier that you cannot recross. He sent bots to our comments.
I lost respect for him.
Oh yeah,
I lost respect.
Me too.
Yeah,
because it's
whatever you had.
Whatever I had, I just lost it. Like it's just, it's sad. I can't wait to question him about it because we're gonna see him.
Yeah, we were sending people to your content because of how we were talking about you, not for game, just because we think you're so entertaining because of how little you know. There's still value in you because I'm laughing at you when I watch your content.
Right.
So now,
says slow it down. I just dissed you.
Loon buys bots. If you're buying bots to comment negative things, you're buying bots to support you and follow you.
I think this is what a lot of the gang people don't understand. We get to talk more freely on the internet, us, because we're not running around throwing up gang signs and things of that nature, right? How California has a gang enhancement. You on a microphone, you have a gang enhancement every time you get on the microphone. Do y'all listen to Rap Radar?
No, never. Not once.
No.
Interesting.
Maybe twice.
Ooh.
Bum beat 'em, people. Welcome back to the 13th installment of the Homeroom University.
Yep.
Yeah.
The podcast where three grown men with knee tats gossip about people more successful than us at what we do. I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
J Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
Yeah, that was a good intro. Ashy knees, fuzzy braids, all that.
Yeah,
it's a real ghetto event right now.
Self-deprecation. That's one of my favorite flavors.
It is. You know, it's always right. And then shout out to the comments, you know what I'm saying? The comments, shout out to y'all.
Shout out to all the love.
You know, and then it was like, you know, we started the last episode. We're going to have to stop doing this at some point. We started the last episode talking about we hit a peak, y'all. Homeroom is premiering. Homeroom University is premiering. We got 74 people in here. We was ecstatic. Man, y'all blew them numbers out the water. This last episode, we had 124 or 127 people in there. And it was like
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. You know, I'm out in these streets. Let's just say I was out in the streets. I was perusing with a little thing. You know what I'm saying? We were spending time together.
Pimping and panting.
You know, and then I'm over here like, you know, the show is out. Let me just check. Let me just pop in and see what's going on. I said, oh, bitch, you're going to have to wait.
I said, shush, bitch. Let me check these numbers.
But I was disconnected from that outing for the rest of the outing. I said, excuse me, I'm sorry. Don't worry about me. I'm sorry. Just making sure it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this to you. It would take forever, but
completely forgot her existence.
You like so much context. To understand where we were to where we are.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I can tell you there's 27 people, but that don't mean nothing, you know? That just sounds like that's cool.
It actually probably sounds lackluster. 127 niggas, you a YouTuber?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I said, that date went south. Haven't heard from her since. So completely understandable.
It went south?
Hey.
It didn't go south, but it was.
You ain't giving no mind. You ain't paying no attention.
Yeah, I mean, I did.
There wasn't no connection.
You
was connected to something else, something more important. Homeroom University.
You have a greater purpose to serve.
Exactly.
And if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe. Do all your due diligence, you know what I mean? Do your homework, do your science.
Or don't. That's always an option.
That's always an option. And also, do not forget, all Homeroom University is available on all audio platforms where podcasts are available. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from, you search Homeroom University and you're going to see us. Also, if you also haven't noticed, in the community section, you can see our lovely cover art. You know what I'm saying?
Cheer.
We officially have graced y'all with the Homeroom University.
Cheer.
As you can see, Lauren is on the cover, and y'all might be shocked at what he looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's black, and he actually looks less black now than when he took that photo. That's another subject for another time.
Yeah.
There's so many layers to this picture. And Lauren, you know what I'm saying? You see him, but y'all don't really see him, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's really what it comes down to. But,
his voice speaks volumes, though.
That's a whole fact.
And his typing skills are immaculate.
Yes, sir.
When he's not high.
Yeah.
75 Guam.
This nigga once Googled Google. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, I damn sure did do that.
He's like a gremlin. Don't get him wet before the pod.
Facts.
Right.
Hell no.
But I know somebody in the comments said AJ always acts like he don't never know where to start. I know where we're gonna start on this episode. We're gonna jump right into it. You know what I'm saying?
Constructive criticism.
And we listen. So Andrew Schulz apparently Andrew Schulz was applying so much pressure at the Nut Boys podcast that was the one episode that they've never put out. And they just talking about it. They were just talking. It was like, I guess this is like the owner of
Real quick,
Yo, Lauren.
is there some type of static?
It's your fan. The mic is picking up the fan.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There it is.
This is a 𝙃 production, but we doing our best to be professional.
Yeah,
It's
but
hot,
let's
y'all.
continue.
Yeah, but so Andrew Schulz, the Nelk Boys podcast, which everybody kind of knows the Nelk Boys or the Nelk.
Shout out to the Nelk Boys.
What's it? They have their drink, Happy Dad, Happy.
You see,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking of like
It's
another
al-
white dude,
You
but I
think
know
about
the one you're
Impulsive?
talking about.
It's an
I get
alcoholic
them and
drink,
Impulsive mixed together all the time.
You get him and who?
Peculiar.
Like the Logan Paul, Jake
Impulsive,
Paul world.
yeah.
Yeah,
I be
okay.
thinking that's the same thing.
And they have their
connect.
thing is Prime.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
They both have a beverage.
Yeah, they do. We need a beverage.
Yeah, we need a beverage.
Shout out to Happy Dad. That's what it's called.
Happy
Yeah.
Dad.
It's everywhere. Like they're going crazy. With
What
it.
is it,
Yeah.
a seltzer?
It's
I
a,
think so. Yeah.
That sounds like a seltzer.
It's a Caucasian beer.
Yeah.
I'll call it that.
So
Drewski signed to them too.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe that.
Drewski. I remember probably been about a year ago. Yeah, Drewski got signed to them. So
y'all think Drewski's turning down anything? I've seen that nigga in Sprint commercials.
I think he's turning down a lot, which is why when we do see him, the looks are so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah,
I
we
saw that
don't-
nigga in a Google Pixel commercial. the other
Yeah,
day.
exactly, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't see him collecting a bag at the nightclub.
Yeah, it's
he's not,
something.
I don't see him doing walkthroughs. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
he's
Like,
not doing club promotion.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, there's a different, and which is something that like black people need to kind of like keep in mind. Like, stop taking the brown bag and take the wire transfer. You know what I'm
is
saying?
weird.
Exactly.
Digital deposits.
Yeah.
Because what was that special dude? It's been a couple special dudes, but even like Lil Terrio,
Yeah.
like he was doing walkthrough because he was overweight. Like what
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
What type
Yeah.
of logic is that?
He should have been doing
Or what's the
buffets.
other retarded dude with the mouth? He got like a
I don't remember what his name, but it
chainsaw.
was
Welvin,
like
Welvin the Great.
well.
That's
Well,
what it was. Got him.
He's good. He's got sponsorships.
He had when he,
He
was
had.
really popping, he was
Yeah.
getting like 15K a walkthrough, bro.
He was on what's that radio show? Howard Stern, right?
Nah, you're talking about the other.
There's a couple of those little gremlins.
What's his Beetle?
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Beetlejuice is old school.
He's old school,
He's
but he's
old
the
school.
They
first
just
of
keep
that
flipping
kind.
this archetype. I thought it was the same dude.
Yeah, he's the first of a kind. But let's check out this and shout out to my man Graham Stephan. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
That
that's
nigga
that
taught
smoke.
me so much about
So
credit
much,
game.
bruh.
Yeah.
Graham Stephan is the OG. So it was
Why?
like,
My score at 832 thanks to you, nigga.
hey, I don't know if y'all do any of y'all watch Graham Stephan podcast? Because I think this is an episode from his podcast. I think.
From his, like, I was about to say, why
Why
is
is
he
he
here? I
That's
feel
That's
like
what I'm
he's
saying.
too
I think
dead.
it's an episode from his podcast. So Graham Stephan, it's like coffee time. It's something called Coffee Something, I think. But Graham Stephan also does a podcast. That's when Adam22 went over there and said he made $1 million a month. That's when that started going viral.
Okay.
So it was on Graham's joint. So like Graham interviews creatives that are successful and talks money with them because that's what Graham does. He
Yeah,
does-
you analyze your net worth like
Yeah.
Maury Povich do paternity tests.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, but it'd be funny because like Graham is just like a financing guy. He not tapped into no drama. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah.
It's a little confusing, but I'm a fuck with it.
Yeah. So it's like every time he's on, like,
Yeah.
You sound like the average consumer.
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's all
Graham.
it takes.
Anytime there's like some
I told
tea,
you that
some tea getting spilled, Graham is always just like he's so tapped in. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is so interesting, y'all. Like, it should be funny, but yeah, let's watch this.
And just
about-
clarification, so the show already happened, and they're just talking about it.
It never came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Never released.
Okay.
They gonna see this, right?
Yeah, they are.
You guys ever shoot podcasts and not post them?
Yeah. yeah.
That was a
Yeah, it's a
facetious
sore
question.
subject. But yeah, there was one.
King
But there was an episode with Andrew Schulz. Man, sorry, Steinberg, man. I love you, bro. Like, don't text me middle of the night upset. But Schulz went after him. Well, I think, like, Schulz was kind of like,
Hold
he
on.
went
real
after
quick.
Steiny.
Just hit pause real quick. Anytime you have to preface it with like that, don't text me mad or
Yeah.
no that, you should probably stop talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously.
Nigga, look at this nigga. We might hurt his feelings.
And
Yeah.
he's,
I don't know how I feel about
He's
this.
like the most hated on the show.
Look at his face.
He's
Yeah.
the butt. He's
is.
the ass
Yeah.
of
He's
the
the
body.
heel.
Yeah.
He's the heel.
Well,
He's the heel.
He's the ass.
heel's a little bit different, but I
He's
get what you're
Max
saying.
Kellerman. He's there to say nonsense and get dunked on.
And
Play
get-
this video.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
spooked on.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to.
And he, and it was pretty awkward.
So recently, Andrew Schulz did the Full Send podcast, and apparently things got so bad after he started going in on one of the co-hosts, Steiny, that the entire episode was scrapped and not uploaded. Now, that is insane when it comes to the podcast world, but the whole story was shared recently by one of the Nelk Boys' higher-ups or partners during a podcast. Now, it's very interesting because the dude, Steiny, is not the most liked person when it comes to the Nelk Boy fan base. So a lot of people, including myself, really want to see that podcast episode. It would be a similar situation like when Bobby Lee made George walk out of the impulsive.
Can we skip through this?
Yeah, because I thought
he's not bad, but they about to play it because I watched the video a little bit later.
Oh, just skip through.
Just skip through.
Did we shout this dude out? I watch a lot of his content. He's very entertaining. He's a great writer.
Yeah, he is.
Comedy.
Comedy enforcement.
Comedy enforcement. Shout out to him.
For sure.
Got it.
watched a
Do you
lot
know
of
where
his
y'all
videos.
wanted? Where?
Pretty much where that
Probably
video,
right there.
probably where that video starts back. Yeah.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, where it goes back to the podcast. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's a sore subject, but yeah, there was one.
Can you say who? You can't.
Yeah, no, well, Steve said it, and Steiny got mad that Steve said it, so that's the only reason I want to say it. But there was an episode with Andrew Schulz. Man, sorry, Steinberg, man. I love you, bro. Like, don't text me middle of the night upset, but Schulz went after. Like, you know, I think, you know, when like a stand-up comedian like looks in the crowd and decides like just go after somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I think like Schulz was kind of like went after Steiny, and he and it was pretty awkward.
Was it the whole episode, or was it like?
It was a bulk of it. It was
And
like
no, you couldn't cut around it, or
he would come back to it,
Yeah,
and like
recall.
he just wanted to go after Steiny. All of us felt bad for Steiny. We're like, damn.
Again, this really blows my mind for so.
And this happened before with Bobby Lee on Impulsive.
Yeah.
Like one of their hosts. And he's a comic, by the way, but Bobby Lee, he was testing him, and, you know, he couldn't take it. You
Couldn't
feel me?
take it.
He broke
Yeah,
apart.
see, that's the weird thing. So it's like, all right, maybe, but Steiny is the asshole of the show, isn't that?
No,
his,
he's not.
is that
like
his
when he
role on
said the
Folsom?
heel, like being a heel, you're not a pussy. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's a pussy. I don't want to call him a pussy, but that
Right,
like you
yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Being a heel is like, nigga, this is what I am. He doesn't stand for that. That's just who he is.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That
But-
nigga looks like if Ben Shapiro went to 4th grade and just stayed in that state.
yeah. Low-key, yeah. I mean, I've seen him with I've seen like little compilations of like the host arguing with him, pretty much. Like,
It's like he's the one who gets shitted on, and
You're
it's
right.
a bad look. But and I don't think
and I don't
Like, I
watch
wonder-
enough of their podcasts to really understand their either friendship
The dichotomy
or
in the
or just their
relationship.
energy. You know what I'm
But
saying? Yeah.
anytime you had to preface something with this nigga's gonna call me crying upset about it in the morning,
Please don't
means
text
that you
me.
are about to
Yeah.
describe a sensitive individual.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the,
true.
the nigga's porcelain, like you Charmin
Yeah.
Ultra Soft, like you.
yeah, nigga, fuck out of here. Glad you found a way to make that about me.
Yeah, recall, nigga.
But-
you are Steiny.
Nah, nigga, it's like, yeah, to that one dude. But nah, I wonder, like, what happened. Like, I wonder if it's something he said, or Andrew was like, this nigga's gooey. I'm about to just
That's
play
what
with
I'm
him.
thinking. I feel
Look
like
at his face.
Yeah.
I
he was
feel-
asking for it.
yeah, and I
Nah,
feel
dog.
like, but I feel like it might have been,
You want to know?
or I feel like he might have took like Schulz. He's pretty up to par. You know, he's not going on shows that he doesn't already watch or know the people pretty well. It seems like. So he probably went in there like, this dude's normally
This
a
my
dick.
boy.
This dude's, or he's normally kind of like an asshole,
Yeah,
or he's
okay.
kind of that guy anyway that. You love to get under people's skin. Let me see if you can handle it when the tables are turned on you. So he went in there probably with that energy of, yeah, I like you on the show, but yeah, let's see if you can really go to toe since you so big and bad over
Put
here.
your hand on that skin.
Yeah, yeah, and then come to find out you over here having a mental breakdown. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
And then it's weird, like, it's hard to interview comedians. That's what everybody says. Like, Bill Burr, he went on H3.
H3. Yeah,
Yeah, he.
That's what it is.
And
That's what I always thought.
I
of it.
used to say,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
he.
Damn.
But
That's
that
what it
dude,
looks like internet, like
Yeah, it
dialect.
does,
Yeah, like MySpace talk.
Yeah.
But
Hello Kitty.
that dude, Bill Burr, the dude from H3, he was like, yeah, Bill Burr, he sent me into a psychotic episode. Like
I
that's
saw that.
That's
yeah.
how bad the interview
but he
was.
kind of,
but
yeah,
I believe him.
you believe it?
I believe him, especially that type of gooey individual. Like he's
yeah,
just
yeah. He not built for
people
that
like
at
that.
all. Yeah,
And I wonder if that's what.
Steiny is like.
But I wonder if that's what happened. Like he was trying to do some bullshit like conversation, like, hey, how's your day? Like to
Yeah.
a comedian.
Yeah,
And Andrew was like, nigga, I don't even like you for real.
Bro,
and I don't like your questions.
It was his face, dog. He looks like Andy the cowboy.
But Andrew isn't like mean like that from what I've seen. He's
I
not
don't
mean
know. You remember-
outside of like.
But there's been debates and there's been a lot of content about how his ego is overinflated. Because remember his situation with the Whitney
Whitney
Cummings.
Cummings.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
it
hell
was-
of a last name.
And that wasn't the only thing. It's like a lot of the there's been little video pieces on YouTube that specifically talk about when Schulz has guests. He's just like he overtalks them. It's like
Yeah, he does.
he's not good with guests because
That's annoying to me.
They're saying his ego is out of control pretty much.
Yeah.
So that is a thing that some people feel as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gets like that, but I do feel when he's talking to somebody that he genuinely thinks is smarter than him,
Oh, he has a
That's what
respect.
he-
he
yeah.
says a little bit. Except for with Andrew Huberman for some reason. He just couldn't let that motherfucking neuroscience
He
fix
could
it.
not.
Yeah,
he
he
could not.
could. Yeah, he could.
But yeah, I could see him. He's really good at like bringing back that point though. He won't let you get off of it, especially if you
It's
haven't.
Rico.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
if you haven't like made yourself clear or made yourself look good. He's gonna dive in even further. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't know. I mean, Schulz is
As he should.
he seems like a nice guy to me. Like
He does, yeah.
Oh yeah,
feel
he
like
is a nice guy,
he
but I'm
doesn't
saying that's yeah.
I feel like he doesn't. Even as a comedian, he doesn't attack people unprovoked.
He's
So
not,
it's like,
That's true. That's
he's not
true.
in
That's
his
true.
matador stage anymore. Because earlier, it actually was a problem. They had to do the exorcism of Right Andy.
Yeah, right, right.
yeah.
Legendary episode.
Unprovoked is a
Phenomenal.
good word. That's
Yeah.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like, what
when-
did he
When you
do?
first hear Andrew Schulz, I don't think attack. But when
No.
I hear first Bill Burr, I'm like Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this could, or I
Bill
think
Burr
or,
would get on your
Or I
ass.
think this could go either way. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
I'm indifferent. I don't know how he's because it's really based off his mood.
You
But
get what I mean?
Andrew seems like good energy is coming typically.
Straightforward.
And Bill Burr seems like that he gets gratification off making people feel bad or
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
for sure.
Andrew Schulz is more of an open individual.
Bill Burr is like the ultimate cynic. He's like an old school comic.
Literally.
And he's
Yeah.
from Boston, so he might be a little racist. I mean, I ain't gonna put that on him, but he's from Boston and
Right,
shit.
right. Anything
And
could happen with that.
It's a different level. I'm not gonna say he gets off on, putting people down.
Yeah.
What's the
but-
point of it then?
I think it's calling out the fluff. You know what I mean? You taking the fat out.
Yeah, get that.
You
Yeah,
get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
There's a way to do that without
without demeaning
looking
the
like an
person.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like Patrice O'Neal did a few interviews. You remember that interview he did with the nerdy white guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
It was that. He cut through the fluff, but it was funny still.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's a way to do it. Like Bill Burr never laughs after his jokes.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
like if he's being mean, he never's like, like.
He makes you sit in that awkwardness.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a fact.
But
which
nah,
is
man.
which is a skill in itself. But yeah, I mean,
But-
but like
Like that one black dude. This is one black dude I be seeing. I think he's from the UK. But he has like a talk show where he just makes people feel uncomfortable.
Oh, do you
He
talking
be
about
trolling
the
hard. Older
Hodge,
black dude with like a goatee.
the Hodge twin cousin? He'd be like, so are black people ultimately the most violent race on the
I don't
universe?
think so.
that sounds crazy.
That sounds
Y'all
ridiculous.
don't know that dude?
No,
Y'all
that
never
sounds
seen that.
that
dude.
might be the bonus at the end of this episode.
All right,
though.
I'll
We'll
find
like,
it.
yeah, we'll
I'll
like,
find it.
we'll
Good
like,
idea.
we'll review it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I don't know who. I don't even know who I'm talking about, Justin.
But
But nah, it's,
but like
I think I know who you're talking.
shout out to Andrew and shout out to these guys, but I don't know why
comedy enforcement.
I don't know. Shout out to
This
comedy,
guy.
but even the Nelk boards, I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah,
they
full
would
send.
talk about it without like.
Well, see, this is
I
what
don't like
happens
that,
when you
man.
put the CEO because he's the owner. I think he's either one of the primary investors because that's why he's either one of the primary investors or like
You seen this nigga?
Jesse Peterson.
Jesse Peterson.
yeah.
Jesse Peterson.
Okay.
That nigga is wild.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
He's wild.
Wild.
He's
A
wild.
man. He's worse than Charlemagne at his height. Beta.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yo, he's crazy. We could definitely do some Jesse Peterson bonuses because
yeah.
DC
Love
Young
it.
Fly handled him eloquently. You know what I'm saying? That was amazing.
Which was wonderful. I'm glad he interviewed DC Young Fly.
Yeah, but just like comedy enforcement was saying, like that is kind of like on some golden rule like podcast. Like, how do y'all feel about not putting a podcast out?
I've never look. We've talked about this many times. Like when we first started interviewing artists.
Yeah.
Like we had a rule. Like, bro, we don't even edit our own show. So it's like, don't come on here saying thinking like we got to
Bet
edit
you don't
yours
want
out.
the world to
like,
know.
bro, we don't even do it for ourselves.
Yeah,
We've had situations where niggas confess to cheating on their bitch.
you left it in there.
Yeah.
Hell, nah, I
Well,
think
it was
that's the one that we took out.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's literally the one that we took out.
Yeah. It's been a couple.
I used to be like, don't edit nothing. However it comes out, it
Raw.
comes out. But I do subscribe to a small percentage of editing, and I mean like 1 to 2%. So like, first of all, it only happens every 100 episodes. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
on what level?
Okay, anything legally.
Okay.
Anything legally or open case wise, that's definitely coming out.
Of course, that's just mandatory.
Which is just mandatory. But some people, that's not a part of their program at all.
Shout out Vladimir.
Right? Yeah. Well, Vlad does it, but Adam, you might have to fight him a little bit for it.
Literally.
I've done one where I came off crazy. Where there was one time I didn't want somebody there, and they brought them as a tag along. So I agreed to interview somebody, and they brought somebody I didn't want there as a tag along.
Was it beef, or you just didn't want to talk to them?
I was just an asshole the entire time to them.
Yeah, naturally.
Asshole. And it was like, I couldn't even fight it because it's like, I don't like you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just cut this episode by I just cut that episode in half. So it was like 2-hour episode. They got a hot 57 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But put it this way, this isn't advice for other podcasters because, apparently people have been coming to us for a little bit of advice on how to do things.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
But y'all should probably edit your shit because there's been plenty of things that we should have edited. He said, I don't even want to repeat it because I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
Right.
Finds a way to make it about bling. But look, I don't know. You did say that. Look, I've said a lot of bad things, but like you right behind me.
Okay, so let's say
that's the other reason though. Quality control is the reason you edit also.
But and like we're not. We're dumb for not editing. Like I don't want to make it seem
exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. Tony's right. Like we're dumb for not doing it, but it's still like the game is the game, and you got to respect certain parts of the game.
So a lot of people won't realize. I didn't even tell y'all. I've edited things that Jay has said before.
For sure, I believe that.
He's a wild boy.
Out of the main show, out of homeroom.
I
did one. I blanked it.
Yeah, I
blanked it, and I put a sensor over his mouth.
Because hey, mute your mic. What was that?
We teasing the audience right now.
That's
put it this way.
But there's going to be a lot of people that agree too.
No, there is,
but it's still like
I didn't want to open that can of worms for you yet. You know what I'm saying?
Your mic's back on, right?
Yeah, mine's back on. Yeah, mine's back on. So yeah, it was. It wasn't bad because I think people would have agreed with that take. But the reason I didn't put it in there because it was like
it was trigger warning.
It was so hot, and it was like one of those you weren't really on the mic, but you were on the mic enough. And you said it, your face matched.
Like it was from the heart. Like, fuck these cameras. Like,
it was like I knew if you want to present that argument, you would do it better. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing.
Yeah,
you have a track record of this.
A lot of things that I have said, I might have exaggerated, but I can. Pull that exaggeration down.
And I know you can articulate it.
But
that's
so
you just choose not to on occasion.
That's why I was like, I'm sure we'll get to that. We'll have this conversation because it's a.
I'm like Charleston White at times.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, dead ass though. Dead ass though. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bigot.
Yeah.
Nah, it's been several moments on the podcast where I was just like, my heart dropped.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to be PC in order to balance this shit out real quick.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell people to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. What? We gonna stop teasing them. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep turning the mic off.
No. We won't do
it.
Yeah, we won't do it.
We either gonna say it or don't say it.
Yeah, we won't do
it.
It
actually already came out, so we probably can say it.
Yeah, but we're gonna move over to the next one. So
that's a no.
Show.
That's a no.
Episode 30 something.
Yeah, go back in the catalog before we was post editing. You might get your feelings hurt if you.
But wait, conclusion on the note. Like,
go ahead. Yeah,
man. Don't come into this game if you don't got the right equipment. You got to have a thicker skin for this. You talk about other people for a living.
They're going to talk about you.
Where you mindlessly don't care about any regards of other people's feelings in favor of the joke. Yeah. That's going to happen to you on occasion.
And the shows.
It's just natural. This is part of the game, nigga. You're going to have turnovers. You're going to get fouled. Stop crying and bitching.
Yeah, you're going to have some bad games. And it shows the amount of ego he has to have it not want to be posted out of like being embarrassed.
The whole episode.
Because
you think Ben Shapiro would paint himself in a light that's not favorable to himself?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Never.
This is his understudy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to watch that episode, though, because if they was talking about the money, because that's what Graham be talking about, the business
the business
behind And I remember when the Nuck Boys were looking for, I remember a Nuck Boy podcast contract came out, and I was like, whoa, they're getting paid like this? I need to figure out how to get this company to that level. They were signing the talent to 7,000 an episode. I remember that. I said, nigga, what?
Which is crazy.
Wow.
And I don't know where.
Sounds like a raise.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm thinking, this isn't even the owner of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're signing the talent to 7, and y'all recording 4 times a month?
Yeah.
This is insane.
And I don't know where they're, because I know they're tied to Impulsive, but I don't know where their mythology came from.
Yeah.
Did they just come out of nowhere?
Well, no, it
Or
was like
it
it was like Steve will do it. Steve will do it. And all that is from like that Full Send world.
And
so
plus-
yeah, you know, they were big YouTube creators, got banned off of YouTube, like like stuff like that. But let's move over to these old men that just talk too much on the internet.
There's a few of those. Which one are you referring to? Are you referring
to the sloth?
I say let's get to. Oh yeah, there are a lot of old men out of pocket. Y'all want to get to the sloth first, or y'all want to make?
Yeah, we made them. Made them wait long enough. You know, retention be low.
Let's get to the sloth first. Yeah. Who wants to start?
Justin was the most passionate about this.
So a week ago,
we might have to bleep this nigga.
A week ago, we did a video on an individual. His name is Loon. We call him Sloth the General. We got a couple different names for him.
Right.
It's developing.
Yeah. Right.
We did a video on him, and he did not like it. And not liking it is cool. Disliking the video is cool.
Right.
But he took it to another level, guys.
He did.
And by guys, I mean the viewers too.
Yes.
He
attacked y'all.
He not only said we were the most disrespectful scums of the earth on this planet, but he also sent 80.
It was at least.
Like, what do you even call them? Reinforcements?
Lauren's got the tax attorney haircut. Let him talk.
Bots. They're called bots.
They're called bots.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he got them. I don't know.
ChatGPT. He talks about being proficient in ChatGPT.
He did. He did talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. When you was doing your research, your studying, did you hear that? And some of his...
yeah. I've seen where he like. This is the thing with these old niggas. It's like, y'all are just so out of touch. You don't understand what's going on, Big Loon. You're like another example. So it's like Big Loon will jump on a camera and say we need to teach these young kids game and say we need to really utilize ChatGPT. Nigga, we just saw how you utilize ChatGPT in our comments, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't like formally said it. Big Loon
went on the attack.
Resulted in an active YouTube war, because that's exactly what that is. He breached the barrier that you cannot recross. He sent bots to our comments, and that's one of the lowest blows that you can do to a YouTube. You can strike a channel, you can send some bots, and you can do exposed videos.
Yeah, because the thing is with striking a channel, at least that's more like, nigga, I'm doing this.
That's
like,
worse.
It's like you're showing your hand, like, nigga, this is me.
Nigga, you a tattletale, nigga.
But what he did, it was distasteful. And
I'm
then,
gonna put it
can
this
we
way.
read like?
I'm gonna read one of the rational comments in the midst of all this scripted shit.
Okay.
He was like, you could tell some of the negative comments on here were produced with ChatGPT by a triggered human. And, that was Robert Greene who wrote that.
When this happened, I wasn't as mad because you was like, nigga, we gotta come at this nigga. We gotta pull up. I was like, wait.
So it wasn't that. It was you text me. See, before the bots came, we got to give them the whole play. We dropped the episode. Episode does phenomenal. First thing in the morning, Wednesday morning, 7 a.m., I get a text from Jay in the group chat.
Oh, I did.
He's in the comp, or it was Lawrence. Somebody was in the chat.
I think it was Jay in the group chat.
I think it might have been me.
It was somebody who initiated it in the morning, but it was 7 a.m. in the morning. The Big Loon is in the comments losing his fucking mind.
Don't emphasize the.
Big Loon. No.
The biggest
He's being facetious.
Yeah. So
Looney.
Loon is in the comments, legit losing his fucking mind. He's typing paragraphs. Not only so he's replying. I mean, we're 10 replies deep. 2, 3, 4, 5 replies deep. He's losing his mind genuinely by himself. So
paragraphs worth.
Paragraphs. So when when y'all let me know he's in the comments, I said, oh, it's time to play ball.
It's up.
It's up. So I'm up 7 in the morning, nigga. I'm replying to every time. Even if he's not responding to me, nigga, I'm replying.
This nigga AJ in his drawers being a menace.
But yo, I'm in the bed just going crazy. And I'm going back and forth with the nigga. And he's just getting more and more mad because I'm toying with his head, right?
Yeah.
Then So this ends, right? Before, I just vividly remember his very last comment. He essentially said something along the lines of,
Big Loon out. Ow.
yeah, big Loon out. You
general
niggas,
won't-
the general
yeah.
won't engage in these peons' behavior.
Yeah.
Essentially,
General
right?
won't do pawn maneuvers anymore.
Exactly.
He
So-
kind of apologized.
And then he also said, I'm at the airport. I'm on the bigger and better things. I
Right.
said, okay, nigga.
I flew Delta before too, nigga.
Right. So look.
Yeah.
So then the comments die. He stops. 3 hours later, he's in the comments again. So that's when I said, how was your flight? He goes through and deletes all his comments under our video.
And then
That's when the bots come.
And then I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? I was like, the host of this podcast seemed to the host of this podcast seemed to derive pleasure from tearing down the hard work put into the show, which doesn't even make sense. It's not, you could tell
You
it's
can tell,
about
yeah.
Right.
hard work
Here's
put into the
another
show.
one.
What show?
Exactly. What show? Here's another one. This podcast is a prime example of how toxic fandom can manifest in destructive ways.
I thought the same cadence.
It was.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
message was the same. The host of these
Yeah.
almost all of them started with the host of this
And
podcast.
his favorite word, like his favorite two-letter, prime example. He loves
Yeah.
prime example.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He didn't put in particular in it because that would have given it off. He would have blown his cover.
That's true.
That's
true.
too obvious.
Let me give you an example.
Listening to this
Let me put it
podcast.
to you this way. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, listening to this podcast is like stepping into a toxic environment where constructive conversation is non-existent.
Bruh, these comments
crazy,
were the
bro.
wildest. This is
crazy.
It's obvious Chat GPT did it, but this is so you, my nigga. It's like, what the fuck?
What did he type in? How to hate on the nigga?
It's like, well, that's the thing. Do y'all use Chat GPT?
Bro,
No.
I don't
Me
know.
neither.
You have to go through a series of prompts. I don't
I
use
like
it.
to create my own talking points.
I don't use it, but you literally
Look.
have to teach it how to say what you want to say first.
I did 2 semesters of computer science. It's
Okay.
not something you just type. Even with a Chat GPT now,
Right.
you have to. It's a steps.
You
Yeah.
work it.
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
and then to get the different variations,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's different words, different keys.
So outside of him, because honestly, after he deleted all his comments, and then maybe 4 or 5 hours pass, and comments are coming in on this video because the video is doing really well on the algorithm. So, and and we knew something was wrong because our comments have always been pretty fair and objective. Like we get the perfect balance of hate and love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
It's only one
Sweet
nigga.
and sour.
We
Yeah.
have one designated hater. His name is Anthony Davis
Yeah,
or something
shout
like
out to
that.
him.
AD. Yes, shout out AD.
Yeah,
yeah,
shout
because
out to him.
he's consistent. The nigga don't give
Yeah,
up, and
yeah.
He don't
and
like us, but he loves us.
and I respect his consistent level of hate. You know what I'm saying?
Right. At least I
He's
know you
probably
be
about to
yourself.
type a mean message as we speak
He is,
until he
yo.
heard his name.
Yeah, so it's like but outside of that, we get a decent level. It's yo, this is my favorite podcast. What the fuck was I listening to this to? It's
Right.
pretty
This
balanced.
nigga got knee
all of
tats.
us, all of a sudden, 40 of these things rolling at one time.
This
and
podcast is a prime example why single mothers are a detriment to society.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Dude, I don't even know. He might have typed some of these.
Yo,
I don't know.
but it's
nigga.
like so many came through at one time. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, we've never been hated on like
Look,
this.
put it like
that-
this, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, but I lost respect for him.
Oh, yeah.
I
me
lost
too.
respect.
Me too.
Yeah,
Because, you know, it's
whatever you had.
whatever I had, I just lost it. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's sad. I can't wait to question him about it because we're going to see him.
Yeah,
it's
for
literally
sure.
impossible. We're
This
gonna see
nigga
him.
called us small fries and then proceeded to spend 3 hours on hating us.
Yeah.
Because he
Programming his soldiers.
probably about an hour commenting, probably about 2 hours getting Chevy Cheat to do what he wanted it to do.
Right.
It's insane to think the guy who calls himself the general is like making the most basic moves look so. It's clear. It's not even something that
And you
you
wanna
can't
know-
hide it. Like it's clear.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the killer part. This is where you really just proved how little game you actually have and value to bring. Not only did you do that to our comment section, you did it to the Brilliant Idiots video that you were on. You fucking idiot.
But opposite, right?
But opposite.
Okay.
Why would you don't send spam accounts to any profile?
Yeah, you don't do that.
So the fact that you did it to us, suck a shit, no
And-
respect, whatever. You literally did it
We
to
should
the
all pat
platform that
ourselves
was
on the
big.
back.
We did
My
amazing.
fault, but we should all pat ourselves in the back.
We did amazing, honestly.
This nigga sent bots in our comments, nigga,
No,
to some
no.
small fries.
Yeah.
You just let Brilliant Idiots, you worry about us. We got 5,000
And what-
subscribers as of today.
That's a whole fact.
You know, flex on these niggas.
You know, we small fries, so we celebrate small fry shit.
But even like when we was in the car, I was talking to Tony. I was like, "What's even worse I hope Charlemagne doesn't know about this. I hope
He
this is
does
one of
now.
those things where it's like Loon goes in the back room, he heats up his own spoon, he does his work by himself.
Yep.
Like, I hope it's one
Do
of
we
those
just crack
things.
in the corner?
Yeah, or whatever you do.
But this is the thing. Charlemagne knows now because he did it to their comments.
Right.
If he'd have just
But-
kept his energy isolated to ours, there's somebody with a brain who actually understands the internet working the Brilliant Idiots YouTube.
Correct.
So you can't have all hate comments and then all of a sudden 40 to 100 positive comments that
yeah.
all sound the same flood in. And even the Reddit picked it up. The Reddit picked it up and posted screenshots. They was like, this nigga is, there was somebody put, I literally went back to the Loon episode just to see like the level of hate that he'd been getting and how many new comments. Come to find out he's paying ChatGPT to put positive comments in here. So that's when I put ours in. I said, bro, he's literally doing the same to ours. Also, shout out to the Brilliant Idiots Reddit. Y'all always supported us to the fullest because like there was even a little exchange in the comments where somebody was like, it's such a formal exchange. They were like, what podcast comments is this associated with? Because all I'm seeing is homeroom. And they were like, is this not under Brilliant Idiots? They were like, no, this is actually under homeroom. They do a good job at breaking down podcasts. I've added it to my regular rotation.
That's love. That's love.
It's like
That's
this
real love.
genuine,
Love.
it's like this genuine exchange. And then like when I posted ours, somebody was like, yeah, man, you know, shout out to you. You know, I found your content off this. I'm really liking it. I think I'm just gonna add this to my rotation. Like,
Do you think this
they
is
were
how?
schooling each other on us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's this one dude, he commented, he was like, I look forward to y'all almost as much as Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah, which I respect. The
Which is
almost.
honest,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
objective, like our normal comments. section.
Exactly.
But essentially, Lieutenant Looney, you went to war with yourself.
You did, you
self-destructed.
did, you
Because
did.
when we first saw this, we was like, this is war, this is what that is. But there's a few different ways to play this. We can go out in a blaze of glory like Tupac and just hit them all.
Yeah.
Or we can, you know, do some Sun Tzu teachings.
Yeah.
And really get methodical about this.
And luckily, he's overextended his resources, so we don't even have to do anything at this point.
He
Reddit
played
is
his
handling it
biggest
for
hand.
us.
He played his
And
biggest hand.
I knew calling him dumb was gonna be like something.
That was gonna be the one.
I knew it because it's like you can't call no black man dumb
You,
in
can't
America.
call, you
nigga.
really shouldn't call anybody dumb.
But
technically,
that's why I was
Yeah.
trying to say it in the context. Like, you're not dumb, but I knew that was gonna get to him.
Yeah,
because he
not-
even commented that. Like,
Yeah.
you call me dumb? Really?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Until I realized Jay Nobles be saying some shit.
Yeah,
Nigga
I
had
called
this
him
nigga
dumb.
had the nerve to say, first of all, not one clip that I put out is titled "Big Loon is dumb." This nigga talking about, you know, I put a timestamp in there because he said something that we said. I said, "Nah, Playboy," and I put the timestamp. He said, "I'm not about to watch 3 hours of hating." I said, "Obviously, you watched something, nigga. You heard Nobles call you dumb.
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
There's
right.
not a single chapter marker in this episode that's titled dumb.
At the point
Nothing.
when
we
he
purposely
commented.
hide
At the
things
point when he
said.
commented, and
Yeah.
even after that, I never titled anything "Big Loon is dumb."
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
Because we don't believe that. Well, we didn't believe that.
We definitely do now. You are a fucking idiot. Yeah, like I'm fully there now. Yeah, like
I think
Man,
even
how
like-
you a general and you forgot to throw the grenade when you pulled a pin?
how you a general and you didn't go to the basic internet class? Like
Facts.
you're in Netscape internet still, bro.
Right.
You're in Netscape, MySpace, AIM. My nigga, keep it the fuck up.
Yeah,
like
facts,
you are
facts.
so far behind it's not even funny.
Just because you're using ChatGPT don't mean you're ahead of the curve.
Right,
Like,
that's,
like,
that's the thing that ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That's the danger of ChatGPT. Just because you have a source that is like more interactive than Google does not mean you're about to be more intelligent, nigga.
Right.
You're just a dumb nigga using
And-
Because you have to be
fucking
smart to
ChatGPT.
use that properly.
Yeah.
And this just proves Loon buys bots. If you're buying bots
that's
to
what I was gonna
comment
say.
negative things,
Yeah.
you're buying bots to support you and follow you.
He's
And-
probably been doing this from the get-go.
Bro, 'cause-
so it's like it took
look.
him to a certain spot and he thinks that's the way to go.
Look,
Yep.
I'm not gonna like sit up here and talk about views. We
This
ain't
is
getting
dope,
them,
too.
We're not getting the most views, but nigga, we're pretty similar to Loon.
We're
Like,
not far behind you.
for
and-
somebody with 15K.
And once we pass you, me personally, I'm going to take the Andrew Schulz approach. Once I'm past you, you're
speak
no
on-
longer a
can't-
thing.
can't speak on
It
you
doesn't
no more.
happen anymore.
But yeah, anybody
so
can
enjoy
get it
this
right
small
now.
fry content, nigga, because this is we the only people really talking about you.
Honestly, we gave you a lot of promotion, man. I mean, you gave yourself the worst promotion.
And this is an epic
We-
storyline because we showed love at first.
We
Our
did.
First
Yes.
time mentioning the nigga, it was real, genuine.
receipts are there.
That was good.
Yeah.
And then you just strategically self-destructed, and to a point where we had to commentate on this shit.
Yeah, and it's like the best part about you, Loon, is that you will always do it to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
It's like nobody really needs to help you. You always assist yourself right off the edge. Like every single time, it's like the more you open your mouth, the crazier you sound. And this is the thing. We were sending people to your comments. We were sending people to your content because of how we were talking about you, not for game, just because we think you're so entertaining because of how little you know. So it's like there's still value in you because I'm laughing at you when I watch your content.
Right.
So now,
Nigga says slow it down. I just dissed you.
So there's a lot of value in you. So shout out to 85 South Show, one of my favorite podcasts in the game because they're another company that I've looked at to model Menace material after, and they had you on there 2 months ago, and I watched roughly half of it. Shout out to Jack Thriller, the legend in the game. But yeah, you're dumb, bro. You're dumb, and it's like Carlos is such a real nigga. He lets you know how wrong you were every time you said something crazy, and it's like he's too gangster for his damn self.
I don't like people, like the respect people have for Loon isn't because of what he's done in the business. It's just straight out of the other person being a genuine good person, and then they don't want to make somebody look like a jackass on the show.
I have a theory, but I'm too righteous in this to even say that.
Yeah, don't
so
get.
I'm not gonna mention it.
Yeah. I think it's some street
I have a
lore,
theory.
like.
Nigga,
Should I say it?
Nigga,
No,
yes.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say
that bad?
because you see, I have morals. I'm not gonna go buy bots and say salacious shit about people.
What's the theory?
I'm not, nigga.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
He's honestly the reason why we got to bleep shit. But should I say this?
We can bleep it.
Nigga,
I'm not gonna say it. Whoa, we can bleep it.
I'll cut it out if we need to.
Bleep it. But I think that he people in the past, and
Yeah,
that
me
makes
too.
it so that maybe he owes him a favor because he maybe got a return that was taken by somebody he knew.
I'm not opposed to that.
We can't even put that in there. I said too much.
No. I'm not opposed to that.
look, if you're, I mean,
But you
look,
see, I don't even want to put that out there.
Just mark it. I'll
Yeah,
chop it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
I'll chop
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
nicely.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you mean, so I don't want to like keep a conversation on. But I get, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
I can see it. And just to be even more vague, I think it's something very. That part of his game might be clever. That part of his game might be clever. His getting in position part, but outside of that,
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, his getting in position part might be the only clever thing about Loon. But
Yeah.
outside of that, it's falling apart and he's realizing that because he was clever enough to work his way into these positions, however he got them or not. But when we give you to the markets chews you up and spit you out still. You know what I'm saying?
This is probably a perfect case of grandiosity. Because grandiosity can get you into a lot of positions because you're talking a big ass game.
Right.
So it's like, show me something, nigga.
Exactly. And
But
then
a
you get
lot of
out there.
times when you rely on grandiosity, there's nothing of substance that you get back on. There's
Yeah.
no skill to prove.
Yeah, once you get to a certain level, you can only stay there if you're supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You can only
exactly.
stay there if you're supposed to be there.
It
So
doesn't
you-
matter what cosign, what assist
What
you get.
exactly.
You either got it or you don't.
It's the same thing with buying something. It's the difference in purchasing something and affording something. You know what I'm saying? I can
Yeah.
buy
And financing something.
I can buy a motherfucking Benz, but can I afford it when the bitch breaks down?
you afford
know what
it?
I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
same thing
true,
with this
true.
shit. It's like I can make myself make friends. I can be cool with a bunch of people. I can get to a certain spot, but when I'm in that light, nigga, can I perform?
That Benz is a fire example.
Yeah, like it's
It's a lot of
it's
niggas out here
adulting.
with rent.
It's
Because
adulting. We're
niggas
talking
can
about.
go.
Yeah.
I can get a really nice car off the lot right now.
Right
but
now.
But if it breaks down, I'm fucked.
We just
I
call,
can get a beautiful car and
Yeah.
pull up to Section 8 the same day. nigga. What's the point?
That's a whole fact. Yeah.
you got to be smart with that shit. Like, yeah, one of my cousins did that shit. Like, he bought a Benz,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know. First of all, the oil change on the Benz, crazy.
$1,000.
You got
Right.
93, have to, crazy.
Yeah.
The rims, you don't have to, but you got to.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
probably gotta
windows.
have a special tool to take the wheel off. Nigga.
You might have a whole
Wheel
specific
locks.
tool set. Yeah.
Everything in
Yeah.
German engineering is different. So
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to all of the parts getting to it is completely
You
different.
gotta go to the dealership to get your parts. You can't just go to
Right.
AutoZone and get a motherfucking spark plug.
You got to go to
Yeah.
certain spots. They have like import spots for sure,
And-
but everybody still hits for more than the regular spot.
And
Yeah.
Loon probably has like 3 Rolls Royces. We're basically calling him a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A toddler.
A toddler.
And this is the thing, when he's not even gonna get big. Like he's not gonna get big.
You
Like,
see, he might
may.
get big, but he's not gonna have like the true respect of the people.
no.
And at the end of the day, there's something here.
Yeah, exactly.
There is something here because there was a point in time where I liked this nigga.
Yeah, I always forget that.
Look,
just 'cause
And
he
you
pissed me
can't
off,
forget
yeah.
that because he's doing stupid shit.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
got to
yeah.
take the sweet and sour as a
Because
balance to
there's
this.
still a balance in like
You gotta
his-
be fair.
Like you talked, like his interview etiquette is kind of there. You know what I'm saying?
He knows how to interview. He can
Right.
hold a
Definitely
conversation with the
interview,
individual. You might not learn nothing from the nigga, and he
Right.
might resort to low vibrational means.
Especially
Yeah.
when people disagree with him, like y'all was saying.
Yeah.
He definitely has to learn that part of interviewing.
Yes.
He's got
And
the time management, question asking down, but he's got to learn how to even work people out of their corner, even during the interview.
Loon doesn't seem like the person that knows how to work a room.
No,
and it's kind of
yeah.
crazy for somebody
Wow.
who might be an ex-criminal.
Yeah.
Like, most criminals know how to work a room.
I
Yeah.
work with fellas, nigga.
Yeah.
They're all Gary V's with
Yeah.
the morning
Hey,
motivators.
Hey, matter of fact, critique for your next however many podcast
Yes.
appearances you might get.
Let's give him some positive.
If he pull up here,
Anytime
we
we-
accept the invite.
We
gotcha.
understand. We understand. It wouldn't be here though. We do another location.
Of
But-
course.
Yeah, but
He might send some Syrian or homegirls to your crib,
yeah,
nigga.
yeah. You know.
You know he loves AI.
But we understand you want to give value and stuff, but every time the conversation actually starts getting good, stop saying, now this is getting deep. The conversation is getting good. These are the jewels. You are completely shitting on the whole point. And he says it so quickly.
Grandiosity.
He says it so quickly. He did it like 17 times in the 85 South show. They would say one thing. And mind you, they haven't even really gotten into this topic yet.
Right.
They'll be like, yeah, but you know, your situations, everybody has to compromise. That's what life is. This is getting deep. This is really intriguing. Shut the fuck up.
You're
You know
setting
what
the
I'm
wrong
saying?
expectation. Because
Shut
if
up,
it's not
bro.
that, you're
Shut
making
up.
it worse.
He's just talking right now.
Yeah.
This is an average conversation, bro.
He's just a talker. I mean, it kind of goes to show you who he's been hanging around all this time. Like,
A bunch of niggas,
his
a bunch
friends.
of yes
Well, yes, bots. You know what I mean? And whatever they are,
Here's a
whatever he calls them.
all his friends are bots. Maybe we can try to find a way to for the thumbnail for this, have a picture of him surrounded by like a family of bots.
I can do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
Like,
put his face on Will Smith on the iRobot.
I was gonna say
poster.
iRobot. Don't worry, I got it. We're gonna get it.
say
iRobot.
less, say less. That's it. And then we'll put ChatGPT over all their heads or
sure.
something. Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah,
That was easy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He did it for us.
Yeah. But
General
I think
GPT.
But yeah,
General GPT, yeah.
Lieutenant GPT.
But y'all have any
Yeah.
other final words for him? I don't really have too many other
look,
final
man.
words.
Hold on, let me ask Siri
Look,
to give me a
shout
scripted
out,
response.
Shout out to you, Loon. You know, it's not like I'm gonna see him and I'm gonna fight him.
Yeah.
But it is like,
Nigga, we're talking.
but it's like,
These are words.
if this is what it's gonna be, then
If I
this
was-
is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know. Like, I would have felt better if he would have striked our channel. Cause sending
Don't
bots,
say that. Don't tempt him.
but
He's low enough.
Well,
for
he
some
didn't
shit
have
like
he didn't
that.
have any rights to do it.
But
Yeah.
that's what but striking somebody's channel is like knocking somebody out. It's not
Or at
just
least
surviving.
throwing a crazy haymaker.
a crazy
At-
At
haymaker.
least trying to knock you out.
Yeah, you might miss.
tell
I
him.
might duck it, but at least you threw it.
At
You
least-
feel me? Like, I respect
yeah,
that.
You did some hoe
Yeah.
shit.
Because this
yeah.
is battle.
Yeah, you did some hoe shit pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess fuck Loon.
I think I don't care anymore. I think I got on my chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man.
All right.
Shout out Big Sloth.
Likewise, I don't think he needs any more detention after this.
Sergeant
Potato head.
Sloth.
Big sloth out here in these streets.
Yeah, man.
He looks like a lot of different things.
He looks
does.
depressed. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why he has so much time on his hands in the early morning.
Hey, he lost his queen and he lost his confidence.
Hey, I was about to say,
Hey.
his crown, his confidence, his
Hey.
king, his queen.
Be careful.
Yeah.
You might be playing with his totem. yeah.
All right, let's move on to another old nigga, the best old nigga in the game, the most entertaining in the streets.
Yeah.
So, Brick Baby was arrested by federal police officers in Los Angeles, California, sometime last week. And when he got arrested, Charleston White jumped online and said, "That was me, y'all. I snitched on him. I got him putting them chains, y'all." And he's proud of what he did, as he should be proud of what he did, because Charleston White is a proud snitch.
Now
How
this
niggas-
is a satire, right? He honestly called the police on
No,
this man.
no. How
No.
niggas lie on bodies is how he lies on snitching.
He
You
wasn't
get what I'm
lying,
saying?
though.
Nah, come on, dog.
Bro, there's a video.
Is that
there's-
a police badge?
Yeah, there's
He's not lying.
Well,
he told
let's,
the truth.
well, let's watch this
He has a
first.
police fitted.
But then there's another.
Look at his hat.
Oh, there's another one.
There's something else. Just because he wasn't sure about the validity. There's a video of him calling the police.
Oh Jesus!
So it's all in. It's
he
all in.
always
Wack.
has proof. When
Yeah,
he
that's
called
what I'm saying. There's proof. Yeah, yeah.
He called 12 on finesse son. He was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, this little nigga, he round guns."
And he's like
drugs.
giving addresses, legal first and last name. Yeah, so like
They call CPS on him.
yeah, like this is real. But
Shit.
yeah, let's see his reaction.
Kind of makes you respect him.
I told y'all. I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling y'all niggas think I be playing. When Brick Baby went to Houston and was playing on the internet and put that $10,000 stack on his head.
Yeah, man. Nigga out here in Houston, man. And six, I got a diamond on Charleston White head.
And indirectly said, hey, I got some money on Charleston head. And he continued to act like he was pursuing me. I made a federal report, nigga. First, I called Houston and made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friend. So, not only that, we filed a report with
That shit good.
with the feds in LA, along with the LA County Police. I swear to God. I'm telling you the honest to God truth, this is what I did. So as a self-proclaimed gang leader, a gang member, who has ties to one of the most notorious gangs in this state, in this country, he's now going around telling all the gang information. They see the feds see he got a loose lip, so he may give up some information.
This nigga's got the nerve to say somebody got a loose
swear
lip.
to God, I told y'all all I wanted was a badge. I got the badge now.
Pause. Don't this nigga look invincible with that shit?
yeah.
He looks like you can't even breathe in his direction.
Yo, this the most Uncle Ruckus shit I ever seen in my life, bro.
It's beyond Uncle Ruckus.
This ain't
is
even
grandpa.
Uncle Ruckus. This is Neighborhood Watch on crack. This is Neighborhood Watch on steroids. Plus Karen.
Because he's done this to China Mac, so he's not just about hurting black people.
He's about fixing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't. He's all about fixing the community. You in this neighborhood? tearing it.
He's about saving his life. The nigga put a stack of cash on his head. So even if he wanted to be like, "Yo, I'm just playing around. This is satire."
Oh no, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Okay,
though. But
okay,
I'm
yeah.
just. You go ahead.
Why? Brick Baby, it's like, my God. I'm not going to say he deserves this, but anybody fucking with him at this point,
yes.
What are you doing?
That Houston thing was
literally
almost,
like that's crazy, right?
Yeah, that is. But let's
Put
finish watching the rest of this real
nigga.
quick. I think there is a little bit more information that he gives up about the whole case. Then we'll jump into it.
Yo, that I Got 5 on the song is immaculate in the background.
is, yeah,
That's
it
good
is.
conspiracy theory music.
It
And
is.
you got to think, he's talking about having a bounty on his head. And I got a 5 on.
Well, yeah, fact, yeah.
Nah, he had 10 on you, nigga.
Not only do I got a badge, I got a whole motherfucking uniform.
This nigga cosplaying.
Look at that. Hold on.
Yo, we got filming this shit.
A t-shirt is a uniform. His friends like, this nigga is so serious.
That's a back logo.
Special police.
Nigga meant to be in.
He's definitely part of the special forces.
Yeah.
This nigga got a whistle.
Whistle and everything. And I got the guns and everything.
Yo,
Nigga,
he is
special
top
motherfucking
flight
police.
security.
I wonder how many citizens arrest these
Y'all
men.
think I'm bullshit, nigga. I went and joined. And I don't get number perks and rewards. I don't get no money. I'm not on the police payroll. All this is voluntary. You can become a voluntary police.
The nigga's a vigilante.
That's the thing. When you are voluntary police, you do just get perks and rewards. That's it.
When
you're
That shit might
turning,
happen frequent fly miles.
exactly. When all you're doing is turning in people associated. And this is the thing. This is the thing that I learned from the Star Report, and I'm also seeing in Charleston White. I really learned this from the Star Report, is that the way the police work and the way the legal system works in terms of lawsuits, suing people, and things of that nature, you don't have to be doing something illegal. You just have to be too close to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all it takes.
It doesn't matter whether you were involved in it or not. We just want to pick you up and ask you questions, and we can dip into it because you're so close to it. Even that's why taking pictures with people sometimes is dangerous, because in a RICO case, they're pulling everybody who took pictures. Even if you just ran into him at an award show, you took a picture, he part of the gang too, wrap him up, put all the charges, shake all of them down. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's gonna start talking, because a lot of people get picked up that are too close that have nothing to do with it, but they start talking and they say, I don't know shit, I have nothing to do with this, but that nigga knows something. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get those situations. But going back to what y'all were saying about the Brick Baby thing, it's just like Brick Baby really just put a bounty. Like, even if you were joking, that's crazy.
Even if you were, this was satire, this was just improv, there's probably a nigga who's willing to just like, all right, let me get this for him. Like, that sounds like a come up. That sounds like I can get some clout and potentially $10,000. Just that's a real threat, even if he didn't mean it.
Nigga, H-Town with this inflation, nigga, it's probably 10K is probably too much.
It honestly looked like 30, but
and it's just and then in the video, Charleston was like, and he kept going more in depth on like, because you can't just pick somebody up on like, hey, I got 10 bands. You have to go like, hey, somebody come get it. Somebody come get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So he gave him, and this is the thing, which is why we had that segment a couple weeks ago. We were talking about, you got to pay attention. I know the gangsters are amazing, and I love talking about gangsters, and I love watching gangsters. You know what I'm saying? But we have to pay attention to these snitches and rats, nigga. They're out here winning, because as long as they can always call the police, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different than us waiting for a gangster to clap back. The gangsters can clap back. We can watch the gangsters battle it out, and we're gonna make YouTube content on it. Best believe. Right. Best believe when somebody gets arrested, we're making YouTube content on that as well too. It's like they always get the last laugh, bro. So you have to watch
the snitches, right?
The snitches, or just the court case, just to watch how that plays out. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, hopefully we can give some clarity at the end. But sometimes it's just like, hey man, Brick Baby,
you did some dumb shit.
That's dumb shit. Hey,
that was ridiculous.
Charge to the
But this is the thing, niggas are. It just makes me wonder, like, there's not enough. I don't think there's enough open snitching, because niggas are snitching on each other. Like, snitching never ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The mafia snitched on each other. Everybody snitches on each other. Like,
and nobody likes it.
And nobody likes it, but everybody knows it happens, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but you would think that, I don't know, it's just some sort of disconnect between gang niggas and the internet. But I think this is what they don't understand. I think this is what a lot of the gang people don't understand, is we get to talk more freely on the internet, us, because we're not running around throwing up gang signs and things of that nature, right? So we get to say a lot more. They can't say nearly as much as we can, because they can always tie it into that.
Exactly.
It's like how California has a gang enhancement. You on a microphone, you have a gang enhancement every time you get on the microphone.
It's literally on his face.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that's the thing that hasn't connected with a lot of people who are part of the streets and get on the microphone, which is one of the reasons why I said, I don't know if I want to hear gangsters on the microphone unless they've done the time or they're like, you know, they're fully exonerated. You know what I mean?
I agree. I also blame Adam a little bit. Like, you got to be a good teacher, a good role model. Like, you gotta train your students in the game. Like, you got to let him know, like, look, because of your past, you know.
Well, to be fair, Brick Baby has always been pretty vocal on the internet anyway. Even before Adam. He just has a home to do it 5 days a week now. That's really the only difference, I feel like.
A platform.
Yeah, but he was always on live stream. What's up with you hood niggas in live? Why do y'all like live? Can I get a hood nigga in the comments to genuinely tell me, why do y'all love live so much?
Hood niggas love instant gratification, and it doesn't get faster than Instagram Live.
Facebook Live too.
Facebook Live is the one. Facebook Live is the one,
But it's just, they can't get enough of it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to go as far as to say, you know, some of them may be high on, you know,
That wouldn't be too far-fetched.
It definitely wouldn't be too far-fetched.
But, man, it's just certain things don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, getting picked up on because you was on live, like, how often does that happen? Like, you get in trouble because you was doing nefarious things on live, you said someone live.
Yeah.
The only times it happens is when it literally works. Is when the snitch is working with the feds. Because, Because
they always need somebody on the inside.
Because Wack 100 was talking about it. Like, always, the dude who was caught Boosie with the pistol, he was like, that dude is actually a fucking federal cooperator.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it was like 3,000 people in there. In his live. So it's like,
how do the police happen to be in your live specifically?
Right.
How do they even know you're part of his crew?
And
you know
exactly.
Wack made a good point. It was like the smallest gun. Like, it was literally some shit you would use to protect yourself.
Smaller than Josh.
Yeah.
It looked like it had pepper spray in it.
Right.
Exactly.
But Yeah, Charleston White is out here taking credit, and honestly, as he should be.
Yeah.
You know, as he should be.
He earned it. He did the work.
Brick Baby needs to learn how to. But I just don't. Man, I want more for these hood niggas on the mic and these gang members on the mic, but I just don't know.
Why is that?
I want more for them because their story does so. Because gangs.
Oh, this is a beautiful segue.
Because gangs do so well on the internet, on YouTube in particular. Gang videos, the rise and fall of O-Block, the documentary of this. King Von might be the first serial killer. Telling you about how the Hoover criminals became the largest and most dangerous gang. You know, all these things.
And they're hardly ever the ones benefiting.
And they never benefit.
Because the problem is that it's about them. And in order for it to be entertaining, you either got to die or go to jail.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
When a gangbanger's talking.
You don't want to see a gang movie where niggas don't get shot and the police don't show up eventually.
But that's because we've never been showed another way. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's just what an entertaining hood story involves.
Well, this is the thing with the hood story. I think what makes it worse for them if you're in it. You have to be the best in one of the more intelligent content creators. I can talk about all the gangs in LA for the next 5 days straight, and who cares if I get it wrong? I don't even live in LA. I can get it all wrong, and I'm gonna get 1 million views. There's no repercussions on my end. You know what I'm saying?
Tomorrow wearing whatever hat you want.
And even if they pick me up, I'm never affiliated with a gang.
Right.
I can literally never. There's nothing that can happen to me. But like they have to be the best. They have to understand the legal system.
Yes.
They have to figure out how to publicly separate themselves, which is why Big U, the way he's publicly separated himself, even though we know he kind of runs the rolling 60s, he don't at the same time because the nigga is only working with children all the time. You know what I mean?
But that's how you're like people are gonna know. Like nobody's not gonna know you're a fucking drug lord or you run a gang. But the point is to do everything you can to make it look the opposite.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like
in the shadows.
Everybody knew Frank Sinatra. I think that's the white man I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody knew he was a part of the mob.
Oh yeah.
But he was still like it was just one of those things.
He was Frankie though.
So is there a way to do that while being on the internet?
Yeah, of course. And if anything, that might be the best like cover up in a way, depending on how you're doing it, because you're doing it in front of everybody.
No, when
it's
you
the
do shadow work, attention in daylight is your kryptonite.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's all the internet is.
It depends on what like.
But this is the thing you
level though.
Yeah, but this is the thing you also got to remember is you can get picked up just for speaking on it when you're a part of it. So even if you're not doing anything active in the streets, they know all your friends are. They can make it real uncomfortable for you. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like the feds are always watching you. They're always tapping your phone. Now nobody can talk to you because every week you get pulled over.
Right.
Every week they tapping your phones just because they know you're associated with people. And they're just waiting on you to have a conversation with somebody, talking about something
that they can use.
They're just gonna use you as the vessel to get the nigga off the street.
Fish.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's gonna create more problems.
And you can become a vessel voluntarily or involuntarily. Like they can tap which is why it's safe for me. They can tap my phone. I'm not talking to somebody who just said they did a drive-by.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But it's like it's damn near impossible for these street niggas to really unless they really separate. To prosper on the internet and on YouTube, it's hard for them.
Nah,
you have to be done. You have to be done
with the streets,
and you have to no longer have the tendencies.
Nah, what you have to do, you have to be calculated. Like I don't want to bring, but y'all heard about the Pizzagate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all heard about that theory?
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, like, I need some pizza right now.
Right.
You know what pizza means?
Right.
Or Vaughn saying, I need to do my thingy thing. I'm itching.
Right.
There's a way to do everything without, causing any
commotion,
bubbles in the water.
Well, I mean, obviously not, because you just
trap lore.
You just mentioned it, so people know about it.
But it's like
it's hard to put yourself in a position where the feds can't get you, but they know what you've done your entire life.
Right.
Like it's not too.
Give it some time.
It's not too many gangsters who make it to like 80 years old, and the police have always known what they've done, and it just can't seem to stick them. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many of them that make it that long, because there's people who like that's why it's like they get you on taxes. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to get you some goddamn way, nigga. You've been prospering for 30 years. We have to get this nigga off the fucking street. Get him for taxes. You know
Only real generals get to that point because they're so far removed from any of the work.
That's the last line of defense. It's like we need to watch him doing cash transactions and hit him on tax. We have to put him in jail for something, even if it's not gang or drugs or something. Put him in jail for taxes, goddamn it, because we got to get him off the street.
And they got a flat tire. Fuck.
Something.
But nah, I remember when we first brought up like Big Baby when he first joined No Jumper.
Yeah.
I even said, I was like, I hope he takes it serious.
Yeah.
Like I hope he's really taking it serious.
Which I think he has been taking it serious. Then Adam,
I've been watching him. I like his content, but
I like him, yeah.
When he does just like shit like this, it's like, dude.
And this was months ago too.
I know,
And it just, the feds take their time.
Yeah.
They have all the time in the world and they have unlimited resources.
That's a fact.
So it's you did
big time fact.
And especially something of this magnitude of a potential hit. There's no statute of limitation on that, I'm sure. But speaking of old niggas, can these gang members really be a part of the thing? Let's go ahead. Wack 100 and Adam22 have started a show together, and episode 1 has dropped. So I just want to say
you watched it in its entirety.
We got to break it down by the levels though. Like
there's so many levels.
Like what's business wise?
Business wise.
I would have rather saw DJ Academics and Wack, but I'm not mad.
Ooh, no.
I don't know though.
Hell no.
What? Okay, business wise.
That's just diet everyday struggle.
Business wise, Adam, this was a good move. The channel's dying. Like, we'll watch the long one first. The channel...
He looks dead right there.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want to say the channel is dying just because I don't know what the ins and outs of everything are or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if we're just talking in terms of views...
It's down.
It's
in terms
down.
of quality.
It's down. It's
Spirit
down.
and morale.
And he doesn't have... And that's another thing, too, Wack 100 brought up, which I didn't even think about. When 𝔓𝔦𝚘 got out of jail, 𝔓𝔦𝚘 don't have that same stimulus package energy that he used to have. Remember when 𝔓𝔦𝚘 would get on the mic on the podcast before? We're getting 1 million views in 2 days, probably. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that anymore. He don't have that same drive after he did that bid in jail, that little 7-8 months or whatever.
He probably Muslim now.
So he definitely not Muslim, though. He would be offended off of that.
Shout out to Crip Mac. He just dropped a music video. I watched it.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
It was pretty cool. It was Crip Mac.
Was it objectively great?
He was on the block. I gotta respect it.
Yeah, but
because you're scared of the block or because
he's cripping.
Okay. Cripping is very coordinated.
So with Adam22 and Wack 100, I think what happens is it just Adam. This is bottom feeder content, okay? And no disrespect to Wack 100, but Adam has succumbed to by him coming to do this show with Wack 100. Adam has welcomed Clubhouse.
He's accepted defeat.
Adam has welcomed Clubhouse onto his channel.
Yep.
And I think as this interview goes on, I saw Adam say, I can't believe I'm doing this.
The self-realization.
The self-realization.
Oh my God.
He couldn't believe he couldn't believe he was doing it.
He's reaching for anybody who already has some sort of fan base.
He couldn't believe he was there. And it was like, this podcast was 2 hours. After that first hour went by, you could just see Adam just dying inside, my nigga. Like, I can't believe I'm doing Clubhouse content. That's what he was thinking to himself. Like,
I have to see this.
I was about to say, man.
Yeah, it's
the 10-minute snippet.
Actually, let's watch the short one first. My bad. Because the short one is so short. Let's get it out the way because I don't remember what it is, and it might be something more related to this. Because this part that we're going to watch is related to a conversation I don't want to have.
Look at this man's face.
Yeah, he looked down right there.
That looks like the realization moment you were speaking of.
That's what I'm saying. From 1 hour on, his face was just like, oh my.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe he was there.
The snippet I saw, he was dead.
Yeah,
it was literally only Wack
he
talking.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'm about to play it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're going to defeat racism together.
I mean, it is what it is, man. But on the flip side, listen. Because by next week, I want to make that announcement.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
On that new business and that new division. We ain't going to mention it. But that you got a new division coming to No Jumper.
Well, get me something in writing because I got to have the business manager take a look.
I'm gonna send it to you.
All right.
We got a new division coming to No Jumper.
Look at his face. Look at Adam. Look at Adam.
Adam gonna let me run it, but it's gonna be a great look for a lot of people who've been needing a lot of help. So I'm gonna get you everything in paper. We're gonna put it together so we can make the announcement and get it going.
Yeah, we're starting a new business where we'll actually pull up to your crib and fade with you in the backyard.
He on some bullshit. But listen, tune in next time. You on motherfucking No Jumper with Adam22 and Wack 100. Fuck that. Well, Wack 100 and Adam22.
Business is so weird.
He got the hell up out of there.
Okay, so
it's so weird.
All
'Cause it
respect
came
to
on.
Wack. All respect to Wack 100. Wack 100 spent 2 hours squeezing Adam to the point that I've put that in there because I like how Wack does business.
Squeezing it for more business.
I hate how niggas do business. I hate when niggas do business like that.
Niggas always bring their friend
because
Yes,
it's
but you have to respect this shit.
It's like extortion.
It is.
Like, look, we're not gonna say too much, but something coming here right now. It's like that.
He just put it on wax.
I'm running.
Yeah.
Put it on wax. That's gonna be on,
But Adam is sturdy though. He said, yeah, just get it in paperwork.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Like with a side eye, like it's
Nigga,
no problem.
Wack had the paperwork over within 12 hours. I know Wack he did.
Probably
I
has
know
it in
he
his
did.
back pocket. But
So, you're right,
like,
right.
he probably got it served.
Yes, bruh. So it's like, I have to respect Wack for that, but I hate doing business with niggas like this.
Yeah,
but you have
nah.
to respect it. It's just like,
every time.
it's just like niggas. He's the nigga that like, these are niggas that'll always eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like
fighting, right?
He the nigga that will smoke with you after work and now you gotta take him home.
Yes,
Like,
right.
He
He's
gotta
gonna
stop by
find
his
his
baby
win.
mama crib on the way there.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get some switches. But it's different types of fighters, man. Some niggas just run in and juggernaut.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
He's a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Like you could just
Juggernaut.
What is that?
Juggernaut.
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 The nigga said it so crazy. Lauren was like,
Juggernaut. What is this new phrase, juggernaut?
Oh man.
That's a nobleism.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, but that's why I put that in there because this is after that was at the end of the 2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
After the last hour, Wack 100 was just promoting and name dropping niggas on his Clubhouse. So Adam is already done with this shit. He's done, bro. He's done. It's just the look of defeat, my nigga. It's just like goddamn, and then and then Wack is. I want to talk to you about that business.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love this nigga.
I want to talk to you about
But
that.
I love it, shit. I love it.
Oh Jesus.
But yeah,
Let's watch more of this.
let's
This
watch
was a
more.
brilliant idea. This
Yeah.
podcast is gonna be real successful.
Oh, it did. Let's let not. Yeah, I do
did
want to say
numbers.
that it did numbers within 24
But
hours.
it is the first day.
It is the first episode, but Wack does these numbers. But going back to what we're saying with Charleston White, Wack is a nigga that talks a lot. And Star said Wack is the perfect nigga to throw in front of the police bus because he was like, he talks so much that Star was like, if I was a nigga in the street and I had some heat on me, I'm giving him his name. And they're gonna do research on him and see how much he talks, and they're gonna start shaking him down, and that'll buy me some time.
But that's the next level of snitching.
Yeah, that is.
That's you blaming somebody. Like, yeah, that's incredible. I can't even articulate what just happened.
It's incredible, bro. It's incredible, bro. But that's some real shit.
That's one of them you smelt it, you dealt it.
Isn't Wack kind of like the nigga we was trying to find a moment ago? We was talking about a street nigga who can do online content.
Well, we're about to see. We're about to see.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah,
we're about to see because even though he's on Clubhouse, Clubhouse is still bottom feeder nigga shit, and it's
Jesus.
And it's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It really
Bottom
is.
feeder nigga shit.
It really.
Have you heard the combos up there?
Shirt.
I've heard. Yeah.
So it's like.
They're not combos.
Even though he's doing a lot of talking, I don't know any indictments that have come from Clubhouse yet.
Yeah.
Because, but now that if he does this, I mean. Let me just make sure y'all know. Wack 100 kept that same Clubhouse energy on this show that he does on Clubhouse.
That's his training.
So the amount of information that we're about to know, he's about to just divulge. He won't shut the fuck up about everything. You know, we got some things, we got some paper. This nigga keeps paperwork of everything on his cell phone. So it's like
he does have an engaging way of speaking though, because when he talk on Clubhouse, I be listening.
Oh, Wack on Clubhouse is amazing, and I'm dying to know what percentage he owns because. I just refuse to believe Wack is a bad businessman.
Right.
He might be fucking annoying. I think he's an annoying businessman.
Right.
But I do refuse to believe that he's a bad businessman.
It's probably what makes him great.
And I think that's what makes him great. You know what I'm saying?
Mediocre.
And I see that he understands the legal system. I see how he handles the blueface situations. And I know he understands a lot. So I wonder how long, and I wonder how long he can talk this Clubhouse talk in public. You know all these things. You always alluding to knowing all these things. The police want to know some of these things.
Stamina is a tricky thing when it comes to talking on this mic.
It is.
Because to come on here every week and have different perspectives, something different, it's tricky. Especially when you're talking about criminality.
Exactly.
Because you can't just talk about it like that.
You can't just straight sit in, but you're about to be doing it. You do it on Clubhouse, but let's see how the police feel about it when it's on this microphone on this bigger stage. But yeah, let's watch this because there is a conversation out of this. I just can't remember what it is.
As Gucci, who Gucci is today, he doesn't do that. Right? So I have a lane for that.
I think people look at Gucci, they see how successful he is, how happy he seems to be, and they respect the fact that he doesn't really let himself get into any bullshit. And I think sometimes people look at you and they think, here's a guy who clearly has money, who has successful businesses, and they almost expect you to be a little bit more Gucci Mane with it.
He's talking about himself.
Expect me to be like another man when I'm my own man.
I think that people just expect
like
once you get to a certain level of success that you aren't going to be screaming at.
Hold on.
He didn't even hear the question.
He did. No.
He wasn't listening.
Let it keep going.
Okay,
Adam
I'm
is
sorry.
pretty much asking. He's having the conversation that we're having. Like, can you grow up essentially into like the next evolution? But yeah, we're gonna have
That you aren't going to be screaming at people on Clubhouse
that's like
all the
saying
time. Right?
Malcolm X should be like Martin Luther King. The world needs Gucci Manes. The world needs Wack 100s. The world needs Birdmans. The world needs Top Dogs.
Charleston Whites.
The world needed Dame Dashes.
Hodge twins.
The world needed that shit.
Lieutenant
But that's the thing about a Birdman or a Top Dog or a Gucci is that they all are at a certain level where they're not going to argue or respond to people who are at a much lower level than themselves. You have no qualms about that.
And guess what? I've created a platform
that
when you come at us, we got a weapon to fight back with.
Okay, hit pause now. This is crazy.
But nah. He did it better than Loon.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the context, it's like we got a weapon to fight back with. That's very vague. He did say weapon.
But he's talking about his Clubhouse platform. See, that's the thing. That's why I refuse to believe he's a big bad businessman, because there's no way he's talking about I've created a platform which is Clubhouse, which you didn't create, and that's your weapon. You better own a percentage of this shit talking like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe he does.
I think he has the aptitude of doing good business. But like, all right, put it like this: like me and Tony is smart, but we still make the dumbest of decisions.
Right,
you know, we buy weed paraphernalia.
Right.
You know, $30 paraphernalia.
Right.
We're still smart though.
Right.
We're just not making the best decisions.
Right.
And
I bought Plan Bs. I bought condoms on Tuesday and Plan Bs on Wednesday.
Yeah. Go to Menace Material Wednesday at 6 p.m. We talk about it there.
That's a whole fact.
But yeah, I think that's just what's happening. Like, he's smart enough, but maybe he doesn't, put one foot in front of the other like how he should.
He's definitely doing that because he's spoken this long. He said this much, and he's still sitting in that chair.
But that's on
that says a
Clubhouse.
lot.
You got to remember that's on Clubhouse too.
It's still out there.
It is.
Things he says get clipped up from Clubhouse and goes on YouTube now.
That's a full fact.
That's true. Like,
so if there was something to find, it would have been found.
It's true. It's either DJ Academics of like Clubhouse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bro, he's the
𝚑𝚃𝚃.
So the only reason Clubhouse is relevant is because of Wack 100.
Yeah.
Like,
who else is on Clubhouse?
Nobody.
Nigga.
21 Savage was on there, and I don't know if he's still on there, but I think he was the second biggest person. But it's Wack 100, and it's like, but it was funny just because it was just like Adam was like, why are you still playing with the bottom feeders? Why don't you level up like the Qs and stuff like that? And he's just like, that's because I've created a lane for myself. Wack 100 is the best, bro. This nigga is the most. He's so entertaining. So
but he has a point, just a little bit.
Shout out to Adam too. I mean, Adam still got his skills. Now, when Adam is on one-on-one, Adam know how to get that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
he's not there by mistake.
Yeah, he's not there by mistake. So even as I was watching this and I saw him getting defeated towards the last half, I said, "You in there, my nigga? You're still Adam, but." your position has changed in the world, which we're gonna get to later.
Great, yeah, it's a good interview question because he's not like trying to paint a picture, a predisposed picture.
Yeah.
Of him.
He's not trying to pin it on him.
He's just like putting it in the air and
Asking
whatever
the
Wack
question.
says.
Asking the questions.
Asking the question.
So, yeah, it was a great question. It was a great setup and everything. It's just Wack's response was, of course, hilarious.
Yo.
That's because we created a platform. No, he said
we created a way.
He said, "Hey, you know what I say to that?"
It's funny.
Which nigga Wack is the best,
It's
bro?
like when you said that.
Hey, you know what I say to that?
It's like a little bit of Loon in him.
It
Just a little bit.
This is the phone Loon. This is who the fuck you need to follow. This is the refined version of you.
Yeah.
Because if they can manage to keep this show going for a year and no indictments come from it,
Right.
where Wack is just getting pulled over and shaken down randomly, Wack is the greatest.
I don't think there will be, bro, because
This
look
ain't
at the
gonna
way he
last.
talks on fucking Clubhouse.
Wack is the greatest OG on the mic.
I don't
Yeah.
think that this is gonna last long. Adam
I
doesn't do
don't think
well
so
with these
either.
type of personalities.
He doesn't.
Same
He
shit with
doesn't.
Dame Dash.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't do well with these type of personalities.
How does
It doesn't last long.
Yeah.
It looks good on camera.
It does, yeah.
how does this show work? Like how do y'all think this show is going to be programmed?
Wack
This-
100 tells him what he wants to talk about,
Nah,
who he
what-
wants to promote.
Yeah, well, pretty much what they kind of said in the beginning was Adam was just gonna bring topics up. So the first one was just introducing the show, and it was really Adam interviewing him because Wack is always in the headlines. So they were getting out of the way all the shit that he's been in the headlines for first. So that's pretty much what. So, but this next episode should be more of
What it's gonna be.
them speaking on
Yeah.
what's actually
Yeah.
happening. I
And
think.
normally a pilot episode of anything is typically not even the best.
It's not
normally
normally
the
not.
worst. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you
Yeah.
got to kind of get into it.
So yeah,
Unless you Rick and Morty.
unless you homeroom university.
Facts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Some pilots get picked up.
Yeah.
For 37 seasons consecutively.
That's a
Nigga.
fact.
We like friends.
That's a fact, bro.
Like
There's a-
reruns on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a box DVD set with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a bootleg.
And we're still just working on season 1.
Oh, Jesus.
But all right, let's get into the rest of this clip.
See, it was one time, Adam. Let's keep it real. On my growth with me and my artists, I couldn't get to your table.
Really? I would have always sat down with Wack.
No, I could bullshit. Well, I couldn't even get my artists to your
We've
table.
done like 4 or 5 interviews over the years.
When your ass was over there fucking off of Santa Monica,
Right.
you shot me
No, I'm
down 2-3 times.
You asked me, we did the interview with Blueface. You remember he was eating the pretzels
Prior
talking
to
about
that.
Yeah, that was
I asked you for a few interviews. You wouldn't do them. Now watch this. So the things I started to do to create my own little social media lane, right? Put me in a situation, in a position where Wack's worth some views. Wack's somebody that's is profitable to do some business with, right? Now, I say this again. There's no Wack 100 from my neighborhood. My neighborhood doesn't identify with that. They know me as another name. But don't nobody get mad at Denzel or for playing this role. Nobody got mad at my boy in Pulp Fiction for playing the man that got violated. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Ben Raines will go
Wack
play a
did it.
motherfucker kicking.
It worked.
What question did he ask?
It worked. He did it. It worked.
Adam, they about to have a good exchange.
I'm confused right now.
I'm very. What was the question?
Go ahead. My bad. I'm tripping. He's still Wack is still defending why he is the way that he is.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
So this is a continuation of why do you fit Adam asking him
Why
do
you not like Gucci Man?
Why are you an established businessman and you still screaming at peons on Clubhouse?
Right.
This is a continuation of that.
Okay.
And now he's transitioned into I'm playing a role.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
And the man that got violated, you know what I'm saying? But then Ben Raines will go play a motherfucker, kick a nigga ass in this, but then the Baby Boy plays this. But listen, Wack 100 is a social media entertainer.
Are you acknowledging that you're acting when you're on Clubhouse or on
No,
air?
I'm not acting.
Well, they're acting. Van
no,
Rames is acting, right?
I'm being me, right?
But
so what I'm saying
Denzel
is,
Washington, when he plays a role, is clearly not being himself.
but
He's
no,
acting.
but he's entertaining.
Right, but he's performing a role that was actually written for him most of the time.
I'm authentic.
Oh my God.
So I'm being me.
Right.
Because if I take away the lane that I created for myself, right, ain't nobody else gonna give me one.
That's where the
who's
police
these
gonna come
motherfuckers
get
to
you.
tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing.
I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't do that. I just think that's why sometimes people are surprised to see
What
you
people?
so deep in the bullshit.
But what people?
Observers
Clubhouse
of
is a
the-
great thing.
Even Gucci, man, it seems like that's what he was kind of getting at with that lyric,
Like,
right?
Gucci didn't mean no disrespect, and I responded to Gucci.
Sorry,
man.
can you pause?
Yeah, promoting the song.
Oh,
He's too real. And I think one of y'all said that like these niggas be too real sometimes. I understand it. Because he can't even call himself a character for the sake of his career.
Exactly.
Because that might save him in a couple years.
Exactly.
The fact he
That's
called
right.
himself a character.
That's what he wanted to do, but then he thought about it. And was
Exactly.
like,
See,
I can't do
when
this
you go to
anymore.
level 2 of that conversation,
You're right.
That's where it gets slipped
It's
up.
started.
You're right.
That's where the gang enhancement comes back to
him.
comes back to the microphone.
The realness is like
So even if you can say, now you can't go to the police and say it wasn't a character.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you're saying it that way, but it's only because of his actual neighborhood that make him feel that way. Because he has to play that role for his neighborhood still.
Exactly.
and
What
even,
role?
Of this is him. He can't break that.
that's- yeah.
He can't break that.
He's supposed to say, "Yeah, I'm playing a character," and be about
Right.
that on
Exactly.
off screen.
Like he literally had the perfect excuse. He was like, "My neighborhood doesn't even know me as Wack 100."
Right.
That's it.
That in itself is like, all right, nigga, you are playing the role. You are the
exactly.
character, but he couldn't admit to it.
The ego.
And even
the ego
then,
And I
gets to these
disagree with that
gangsters.
Denzel take. Denzel Washington is Denzel Washington
Every time.
in
Every time.
movie.
Every time.
and shout out
He's
to
the same with Samuel.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Shout out to Denzel. I saw this post. Like Denzel is like from Chicago. Like he's
Oh,
connected to niggas.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think his first like
I'm leaving here with something.
a big Chicago general paid for like his first acting class.
Oh,
like
damn.
a big Chicago
That's
general.
real.
Yeah.
You know how respected
And
your
even-
name is in the hood with a hood nigga? Like hood niggas usually support basketball.
Yeah, that's a
Great.
fact.
I was about to say that.
rapping.
Yeah, that's
There was like,
Theater.
nigga, my nigga a thespian. Listen to him to
He
theater.
the nicest one in the
yeah,
hood. You don't do the gang shit. You the nicest
that
one out
shit-
here. You go do the drama shit.
That's how you start a mob, though. You got to get
Yeah.
people in every sector of
You got to.
society.
You got
And that
to.
makes Tupac look 1,000 times more gangster.
Yeah.
All they got to do is say he was drug funded for him to go to that fucking school
Yeah.
of performing arts.
So yeah,
But nah, man, he's too real. He can't even call himself a character.
Exactly.
And
Back to
being
the
on this
original
camera,
point.
you can't be that serious.
yeah, exactly. This is real life for them, bro.
Yeah, you
bro.
know what I mean?
He was over here. He was like, you can't have a. It's like the thing that's funny about him is that like. You can't even have a conversation with him without him name dropping somebody and be like, "I got the paperwork on my phone." Right. And then it's like, and as he's talking to you, mind you, throughout this whole podcast, like Adam, but he also feels like somebody that. Actually, I take that back. Wack 100. I was about to say he's not coachable, but Wack 100 is coachable. I think he would let Adam coach him, 'cause
Especially behind the scenes.
behind the scenes, not on the screen, because it's like Adam has to have that conversation with him of, okay, bro, every time we talk, you can't just like talk and be like, well, let me pull up the paperwork. Let me show you the text message.
Right.
I
It's
wonder how
like-
many screenshots he has in his
Oh my God, bro.
phone.
His iCloud, hacking this nigga's iCloud would be the mother load, bro.
He definitely
You would
pays
just
that $2.99 for the extra.
For the extra gigabytes.
Yeah.
400
15,
gigabytes.
whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever the top one is, he's got that one, bro.
But honestly, I think that would help with the views even more because it's really the news. Like it's really
Yeah,
no jumper
that's
news.
true.
Like nigga, we got paperwork
That's true. That's
Journalism.
true.
and like this might be a good look for no jumper.
You got another one?
Having yeah.
Because you over there fucking them up. In
Yeah,
the
you
microphone.
was
I'm sorry, man.
smacking
I
it.
try to move the mic away when I'm chewing, but man, they are delicious.
and talking at the same time.
But nah, I think this is a good look for no jumper. Damn, did I eat it? Jesus, I think I ate it all.
Oh shit.
But I think it's a good look for no
I
jumper
always
because
ask when he finishes all of them.
Facts.
Every
Yo.
time I ask, it's like this nigga's like,
Y'all
they're
be
gone,
late.
brother. Sorry.
It probably is a good look for
Probably
no
a
jumper.
ruse.
I think it is a decent look for no jumper. It's just, I think Adam should, and I think he is gonna just try to get him to tone down on like Wack 100's brain staying in Clubhouse mode, because that's the only non-appeal. Like, it's just not appealing for the masses. I feel like, even though Clubhouse screen recordings do well on YouTube, YouTube podcast interviews still do better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, Wack strikes me as a person who's interested in the things that he's doing. So I could see him when he's
Right.
getting coached asking questions, diving
Right.
further in. Like, oh, so you want to do? How should I do it? Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, you saying like this? Like,
Exactly.
like he seems interested in the things he's doing.
He's a hustler.
And he's all about staying in the position that he
Right.
when he gets a position, not only does he want to stay there, he's annoying. He's trying to bring 15 people
Facts,
with him.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So yeah, he'll do whatever he can to
Talks
stay.
about that business.
He definitely has that.
yeah.
He definitely has a door-to-door mindset when it comes to this shit. Like
Yeah.
he's
He's a
really,
salesman.
really in your face.
He'll take 60 no's for 40 yeses.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The ratio on that is way worse than that. By
I was
the way.
about to say, yeah, but this is Wack we're talking about, nigga.
Yeah, and then some of them other like little. I'm glad I looked at this note. Some of the other things that Adam is doing, Adam is completely like. Not only is he outside of him like having this type of content, he's also opening it back up because Wack 100 and Brick Baby, they do not like each other at all.
Really? I didn't know this.
No, they don't rock with each other at all.
Is Wack? What's Wack affiliation?
Blood.
But they don't even do the colors no more.
They don't even care about the colors like that no more. It's just, honestly, it sounds like they hate that they both. Well, Brick Baby says he's not really from his hood. It's one of those conversations. It's some nigga shit. I don't know.
It's something that you have to be in that world to really.
Yeah.
It's street semantics.
I just know they don't like each other.
You should ask the general about it.
Young gangbanger, old head gangbanger.
That's essentially what I'm thinking.
It's
what
like
I'm
a
getting from-
stepfather relationship.
But this is also Adam going kind of stooping down as well too, and doing. You're having enemies in the same building again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? These are some of the things that he was criticized
That's
for.
what worked before.
Exactly. This is what worked before. So he's really going back to his old formula, and in my mind, dipping down one more level. Like, if y'all might shoot each other in the building, I don't even care no more. I need something to get this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That nigga bulletproofed his office and said, fuck it, y'all just go
he's
crazy.
like, I just need something.
Just make sure you're recording when it's going down.
But what if, like, what if Adam deaded it? Like, yo, like, I don't care, but like when y'all here.
No. He reminded us in this. I don't fuck with the nigga. He reminded us.
You think Adam has to do that? Like, you kind of have to do that, right?
What?
Like, just the elephant in the room. Like, Draymond hitting
whatchamacallit?
Jordan Poole,
like,
yeah.
If Steve Kerr didn't like go in the room, like, all right, we in the finals now. No emotions. Don't be
Right.
thinking about that punch. I know your
Right.
lips still hurt. Woody whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Like you kind of have to dead all that energy.
You have to dead that energy, but Wack is a businessman. He's not. It's not gonna get cracking like that. It's not gonna.
It's just fuck you and that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's still like somebody objectively from the outside. If they were looking for a point to tear Adam down, they'll say that Adam got two known enemies in the same building. It's just a thing that you can say. You know what I mean?
And then it doesn't help, the allegations with him already being like kind of racist. Not even like the allegation, but just
Nigga, his last birth name.
His character.
Grand Mason.
He ain't even a Freemason. He's a grand.
Grand Mason?
Yeah,
That's his last name?
Only one over that is Major Masons.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And his dad got pardoned by Bill Clinton
Himself, right after he got his dick
for
sucked.
voter fraud. His dad did like a year for voter fraud.
What?
And when he got out of jail, Bill Clinton pardoned him.
Some voter fraud.
I didn't even know that.
I wonder
That's
who
deep.
he voted for.
Shit, the nigga who pardoned him.
Yeah.
Right.
It was facetious.
Okay. I
Rhetorical.
think that's all I
Nah,
have
facetious.
for.
That's how you use it.
Oh no. So now this is gonna be quick, but this is just. So there's a guy named Point and Shoot on YouTube, and I didn't put the video. God damn it. Well, you can just YouTube this. My bad. It's Point and Shoot. He's probably only. They're in order. It's not too many, but Point and Shoot is a YouTube channel that does masterful hit pieces.
Masterful.
Point and shoot.
Masterful.
Beautiful exposés.
It's pretty good, man. I saw one.
There it is, right there.
Pretty
It
solid.
is.
What you like?
I'm gonna tell you what I like about it. I like that he's like a sociologist, because not only will he. No. He's
Like
he's
what we do?
He's good at He's good at reading body language. So it's not that we're looking at your company and things like that. So like how we were just talking about, like how Adam looked uncomfortable. Not only is he also noticing that, he's zooming in. He's like, look how uncomfortable Adam is right now. Doesn't it look like he's sweating, guys? Like he's like really, he's picking up the things certain body language movements, and he's stopping the video, zooming in, commenting on the body language. Then he's like, "Now watch what I say. I'm gonna go back," and it's like,
and he connects it.
Oh, he does what we do, but with credentials.
Yeah, and he's in the editing to
and
match.
editing.
The editing,
editing brings it all together.
It brings it all together. So we're saying some of the same things, but he's showing us.
Yeah.
He there's a video of him going in on Leonard the Plug. He can't stand her because he calls her a mouth breather.
She is.
Oh, I thought you said breeder. I was like, breeder. Oh
so
my
he's
God.
like zooming in on her mouth, and he's like, "This is what's going through her mind." Oh my God, I'm breathing with my mouth open. Let me close my mouth. And it's like, as she does her mouth
Perfectly
closed.
dubbing it.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, bro. So scroll up. We're going to look at,
Embarrassing.
are we at the top?
Yeah.
Disrespect.
So we're looking at the second one, Adam22 and his awful wedding. So what he kind of put in perspective for me is that Adam remember when we were talking about the last Adam22 hit piece with Rolling Stone? And I was like, that shit was low-key weak. You know what I'm saying?
It was ass.
What's actually happening with Adam, which I didn't realize, is everybody's collectively ignored him. He's no longer part of this He's no longer part of this media family.
Is that worse than just getting canceled?
I think that's worse than getting canceled.
Okay.
I think that's the position that Adam's in.
He's
now.
lost his
now
big
you're
friendships and
blackballed.
shit.
Yeah, and what helped me realize that, I mean, he said it. So point and shoot, I'm giving him the credit for it. But he was saying Adam22 got married and nobody posted it.
What if he told everybody? What if this is damage control?
What you mean?
Like Adam,
On who? Adam's damage
like
control?
Adam told everybody, like, look, it's kind of nasty right now with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably best for me to still be the chairman, but y'all not be really associated. Like,
Nah, he would have stepped down.
Yeah.
In that case, he would have stepped down off the mic for a long time too.
but so how is that possible that like they're working with him? Like, you think they feel a certain way about him, or just the simple fact that slowly but surely, like Adam's time is running out? Like,
I think it's running out.
It's just doing
his social
currency.
His social currency. I think he depleted it all.
But
So it was like, which is the sad part is like, I guess when the Adam16 allegations first came up, they was giving him passes for it, right? But it was like the final straw. The straw that broke the camel's back was you fired all these black people. All these black people left your company, and you had the Adam16 allegations married together. They was like, we already was looking at you with the side eye from before. It's like, you know what? We're not even gonna give you the cancel energy. There's gonna be noise initially when this happens, which is when we did our collapse video. But at the same time, it's like, who do you know that Adam was an A-list celebrity before this?
Yeah, that's
he
facts.
was an A-list celebrity. Point blank.
A-list
Well,
celebrity.
B-list. He's B-list.
It's kind of crazy. Like,
In the media world, if we're talking
In the media world.
A-list. And
in
I
the
think,
media world, yes.
I think almost in the real world, he might have been almost.
Not the real world.
Not the
when
real
I
world.
told my
Real world,
mom that they was watching our clips and no jumpers, she was like, okay.
Okay.
I guess that's a good thing.
So yeah, he's like A- then maybe.
Yeah, I think he's B if it's the real world. If you're talking about the
Okay.
media, he's absolutely A.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? You're
I'll
talking
say-
about that world.
I'll say B- C+.
Okay.
But it's kind of
When has anybody ever given a fuck about what he was doing outside of podcasting? When is like
and
you
people
thought that
care.
you thought this wedding was gonna be on E News? Like,
but not
Not
it's just-
E News, but it should have been posted on Academics. Vlad, Shade Room might have posted
Yeah,
it.
but you're talking about the media stuff, and you're
but
talking
a-
about the spaces
the
where we know
media-
that.
the
Yeah.
a
media-
podcaster married a porn star.
But bro, this is don't Adam22 and lean in the plug.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
I don't even think if like who in media is that famous,
Bro,
to where
it's not
their-
about-
their
Charlemagne.
wedding is getting
It's
posted.
not about-
Niggas don't give a
Charlemagne,
fuck about Charlemagne and God's wedding.
It's
Yeah,
not
they do.
about.
That's where's that getting posted?
Oh my God,
When-
Tony.
BET.
It's not about who's. It's not about
That's only
fame.
because Tyler Perry did that, and they both love black women.
It's not about who's famous. It's just the name. Like, Adam22 is a name.
Yes.
He's a name to us.
To media.
Come on, dog.
To media.
We are media.
Think about this,
Right.
though. But to the
But
a
nobody
lot
cared.
of people.
Put it this way: do you think Gayle King is more known than Adam22?
Yeah, because that's an Oprah stimulus.
Niggas don't give a fuck about what Gayle King's doing outside of that microphone.
Well, let's be honest.
But she's
Yeah.
an A-list celebrity, though.
But who
But
are
if
we
she
asking?
did, if
And
she
that's
got,
my point.
If she got married, we would know she got married. Even though I don't watch any Gayle King interviews, if she got married, I'm sure it'll be posted somewhere that I see it.
But a point
No,
though.
that bitch ain't Meghan Markle.
Look, it's They might be both famous on the same level, because if you're asking a 16-year-old, they're gonna know who Adam is. They might be like Gayle King, like,
which might be the problem, is that his audience doesn't give a fuck about weddings. Like, who's gonna watch a wedding video?
We're talking
the
about
wedding is inconsequential. Like the wedding is like, that's just.
But that was the main pillar of the point, is that like he's losing the clout or whatever notoriety that he had because people don't give a fuck about shit like this anymore.
I think that was one of the signs of it. Outside of his content not moving, that was one of the things that he used as an example and a sign.
Because
that Google Adam22 wedding and see.
No, we're about to watch it. You don't have to do that. We're about to watch. We're about to, this is the video. This is
You want to start from the top?
Start from that. Because how long is this video total?
8 minutes.
We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but it doesn't take long
before he gets into it.
Before you understand how this man busts people down in the dimes and nicks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Said he steps on it.
He steps on it crazy.
This nigga has Austin 3-6 on his shirt.
Yeah. All right.
Adam is back from his wedding, and he is looking old. He's looking like he's aged 10 years in the last 2 months. And there's not really a lot of press going on about his wedding because he's not that big of a deal anymore, obviously, and, no one cares. And he went on the No Jumper show and started talking about his wedding and how extravagantly lavish and balling out it was.
Was that
at a castle?
It was at a castle. It was at a castle.
Overlooked. And I looked at the footage from the wedding itself, and it told a completely different story, and I'll show you what I mean shortly. But let's start out with this short clip of Adam talking about his own wedding as if it wasn't complete trash. Let's watch.
All right, so we started out in Florence, Italy, which is like an old rustic city in Italy. That's where like everybody was at. But so then the next day was the fucking wedding. I won't get super into it because it's boring probably for people, but it was dope. What?
That's your life.
Nah, but it's like, what am I going to say about it? Like,
it's too boring for regular people to hear. Shut the fuck up.
I think it's going to be boring for them to hear about it because it's like, and then we went to this beautiful castle and they're sitting at home like, bro, we're trying to laugh. We're trying to hear something entertaining. Like, you're talking about a castle.
This is the No Jumper show, by the way. And this guy, Brick Baby, is so terrible. All of his input that he has is so stupid.
Any cat shit happened at the wedding? Did anybody get too drunk at the
So Brick Baby sucks. The No Jumper show sucks. We get that. But this is the part where this is very interesting to me. Adam turns to his brother-in-law, who was at the wedding, and asks him what the most interesting part of the wedding was to him. And Josh responds with, I have never seen fireworks at a wedding. At a castle. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
I forgot you had a mic. What you tell me something interesting about the wedding.
I've never seen fireworks at a wedding before.
Yo,
at a castle.
You know what I found out though is that
overlooking
you fucking privileged white guy.
Mountains. It was one of the most
talking about it was so boring.
This guy went to a celebrity wedding in a castle in Italy with a bunch of fucking, what do you want to call them? And this is the biggest thing he's got to take home to tell people: the fireworks. He's never seen the fireworks. He's never seen Chinese paper explode in the sky. Okay, cheap fireworks. I can go get fireworks right now down the street. So this should give you an idea how interesting the wedding was and how extravagantly awesome it was. It wasn't. So don't believe any of this I got married in a castle nonsense. First of all, he did not get married in a castle, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean later. But right now, I just want to point out that this castle thing is not a big deal. Tuscany has thousands of castles. It's literally the thing that Tuscany is probably the most famous for, is having thousands of castles. And let me tell you something, these castles...
Just real quick, sounds like a little hating.
I know, but that's why I like the videos.
But I like hating, but I like a comedy enforcement type of hating. Like, it's very technical. His hating is like,
that's what that is.
It's castles everywhere.
Nah, I don't know. We got to watch other videos. But
we got to watch other videos.
But he has another channel that you might find more interesting, because this is the channel mainly dedicated to Adam to No Jumper World. He has another channel, and I'm not going to say the channel on here. I'll tell y'all of it with the name. I'm not going to say it just because he doesn't link it to his.
Is that him? Did he go to a castle?
Danny Mullen went.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't link his other channel to this point and shoot channel.
That T-Rell? Was that T-Rell?
No, hell no.
He got a nigga that was
some random black dude. But long story short, that's Kazumi's nigga. He has another channel where he also goes in on comedians and shit.
Oh, word?
Yeah, and he got a couple videos going in on Schulz. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just some of the
they're pretty funny though.
It's some of the points like he He was talking about like fake flowers. It's like you getting on a nigga about fake flowers. Like
Yeah.
I'm all for hating and laughing, but like, hey, come on, nigga, you fake flowers.
Yeah,
Like, who
yeah.
the fuck cares about fake flowers?
But yeah, this video is probably like not as good as an example, especially without watching the whole thing.
But I definitely see it. He was like, brick baby, trash.
Yeah, yeah.
Booty. Like, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I do see how you could see that you could feel that it's hate. Because people could say the same thing about this podcast.
Exactly.
So what's the
Yeah,
difference?
Oh,
Like,
I'm
what
not
do you
saying-
think the key difference is? Because I do think that there's a key difference.
The key difference is
The video is titled Adam22's awful wedding
Yeah,
was a
this is
disaster.
this is
Nigga, it's a
specific
double
wedding.
negative.
it's a
Yeah.
double negative, and like, nigga, he was in the castle, regardless of like the context of the castle.
He said he was in the backyard of the castle.
Nigga, backyard of a big castle.
Right.
Like, let's not be silly here.
Right.
Going to a place where they have thousands of castles isn't a diss.
Well, let's watch
You gotta
another
have a
video real quick because
passport.
I don't
Like,
want
is
y'all
it-
to. I don't want y'all to think this nigga just
Nah,
is
I don't-
hating on the wedding.
I think he's funny though.
yeah,
I think he's
this
funny.
Nigga's funny.
But it's just
Are the dogs outside?
I can check. Is it raining?
Yeah, I don't know. I hear that thunder and I don't know what's going on.
might be a low blow. Maybe it might be a low blow to me.
Yeah.
This might be too low. Like, it's not
It might be too low for you.
Not like
I mean, commenting on the wedding. Is it raining? I hope it's not raining. These dogs are probably pissed off. Okay, all right.
Not
Are they-
yet.
Were they out there?
Y'all smell rain, nigga?
Okay,
Lauren's
yeah,
an
yeah.
archaeologist. He
No,
knows
he
the
just
weather.
used to be Jamaican.
Whatever that
Archaeologist,
means.
what the fuck?
Archaeologists discover bones, Justin.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that was the joke.
It's what? Okay, okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Thunder.
All right, y'all.
Shout out Black Thunder. It's a
Sit down.
14-year-old
Sit down,
superhero.
y'all.
But
you got him at the right time.
Yeah, because they'd have been outside. They'd have been fucked.
it's a good dog.
Right.
But look, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of want to hear a little bit more because I want to hear a point that's actually. Because I do
That's
agree
not
with
a
him.
reach.
I do
Well,
agree
no.
with him on the humble bragging part. That was true. It's like,
Yeah.
why do people want to hear about me
Well,
being
I don't
in a
think
wedding?
this is going to be a good video to see his like how he breaks down his takes. Just because this is like busting down a wedding.
You want me to do a Schulz video?
That's on a different page. He just dropped a Dunno video that was pretty amazing.
All right, fuck you. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And yo, shout out to Point and Shoot.
This one right here.
That one, or we can do the China Mag one.
Do know.
Dunno, yeah. Yeah, let's do Dunno.
Yo, I need glasses, dog. What's the title? Dunno exposes off-camera.
Off-camera drama. Something like that.
All right, so for today's video, we're going to be looking at the Shame on You podcast, where it looks like Dunno exposes some of the underlying inner beef that's going on between the co-hosts.
No, you guys had something when we were at the other spot and decided Dunno wasn't a part of the gang.
I mean, to be fair.
And I think what you're going to see is that Dunno really doesn't like T-Rell, and it's going to show through. It's going to become exposed. I mean, it was clear to me immediately that Dunno's been bottling this up, and he just couldn't wait to get on the air to air this out. He doesn't like T-Rell, and it just gets really juicy. There's a lot of passive aggressiveness that materializes in this piece. So it's like this clashing of the egos and the power, and this is unscripted, uncut, raw aggression that we're going to be watching right now. So let's get to
No
this first
chasing.
clip. So this is where Dunno brings up in the conversation and makes a point to make it clear to everyone that he's not going to both live shows. He's only going to go to one live show because he's got other plans. If you can believe it, watch this.
Are we guessing like a motherfucker? Are you guys doing topics tomorrow? Or you guys are just like vibing out?
Yeah, we vibe. We ain't doing no
Damn, he
topics.
said y'all.
For those of you listening in the morning, it just said this is the actual audio.
Yeah,
so if you can't tell, it sounds pretty bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not our fault.
Yeah, it sounds pretty
We
bad.
have nothing to do with this.
He wanted to make sure this has nothing to do with us.
Shit is true.
Yeah. No, I'll probably go tomorrow and not go Saturday.
You gonna go tomorrow?
Damn, you supposed
Yeah,
to
well, I
go to
can't go
both
tomorrow.
Mr.
No, you
Porters.
can go tomorrow. Go ahead. I don't, you know.
Now, did you see how he just brought it up out of the blue? So you guys doing topics or what? Like he wants to make it clear, and he wants to bring it up because he knows it's going to upset everyone.
Are we guessing like a motherfucker? Are you guys doing topics tomorrow? Or you guys are just like
Yeah,
vibing?
he said y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dunno don't get to come, yo.
That's why we left you off, bro. You always too busy for us, man.
No, you guys had something when we were at the other spot and decided Dunno wasn't a part of the gang.
I mean,
got
to
real
be
quiet.
fair,
So basically, Dunno's saying that he's not going to the live show because it's out of spite because they left him out of something. And also because Dunno discovered the flyer for the live show didn't have Dunno's face on it. And apparently Dunno wanted his face to be on that flyer and it wasn't. So he became offended and now he's out for revenge. As you can see, he's calling people out and everything else. And he's doing this also as revenge because T-Rell called him out last show. So let's get to this next clip.
I mean, to be fair, you was like, you was like, I'm about to do my thing with Brown Bag and I ain't tripping on y'all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was like that.
It was like that.
You chose them. You chose your
Then
side.
you was like,
homie.
you know what? I don't want to do that.
So wait,
He thought he was dropping a bomb, and they all was
So
like,
this
"Look,
is one
bro."
of the reason I like putting shoes content is because if any of them are watching this, it's gonna cause even more beef between them.
More
Like,
psychological trauma
yeah,
for sure.
it's like, yeah, which is kind of why I enjoy the content. It's why that's like he's so good at forming this together that even if this, I mean, he's so good. It's just. It's gonna fuck up the
and this-
psychological chemistry.
He's so good, he could probably make us think that we beefing.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
he can zoom in. He can zoom in on your foot going like this, and I'm just.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Like, you
That's
think you
that
don't
shit.
like him.
See, it's not a nigga jumping online saying F you, F you. It's shit like this, breaking people down like this that drives people crazy.
This is a better breakdown than the Adam video.
This is why I wanted to
this
show
is
you
like
this.
real. Like this is
Yeah.
a cat fight happening.
Yeah,
like we said,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nigga, Smack was like, you chose that.
yeah. It's like he's picking all
That
this
was my
out.
Smack
So
impression.
yeah, that's why I wanted to show you this one because mind you, but when going into the Adam video, I'm already invested in this content,
yeah.
so I know what I'm expecting. You know what I'm saying? So the more hate I get, the better. You know?
Nigga T-Rell's like, hey, that's how it was.
Yeah, but this is point and shoot content amazing.
He's not. Dunno does not have like the aura of a comedian.
No.
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
Not
He
at
doesn't.
all.
But he calls himself that.
Yeah, I don't know.
doesn't.
I don't know what's up with that.
But yeah, that's about it though.
Shout out to Point and Shoot, man.
Yeah, shout out to Point and Shoot for sure.
Great logo.
Yeah, what is that going on right there? All right.
Joe Budden goes to Rap Radar podcast. So let's start with: do y'all listen to Rap Radar?
No, never. Not once.
No.
Interesting.
Maybe twice.
I listen to when they have like good interview, like Drake went there. Niggas ran to that.
Nipsey was there.
Nipsey was there. Shit like that. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
something about the host that I don't connect with.
It's that little light skin dude, right?
It's both of
The
them.
older light skinned
It's
dude.
both of them.
Elliot Wilson.
Elliot and
Wilson.
B-Dot.
B-Dot, yeah.
And it's not hate. It's not like I just simply don't like these niggas.
It's something unrelatable about
It's
them.
something that just doesn't connect with me that I just don't feel like I don't know.
And it's interesting because I can watch the other older white dude, Zane. I forgot his name.
Zane Lowe.
Zane Lowe. I didn't want to mess
Lowe,
up.
the UK
I can
dude.
watch him. I actually like him. He's interviewed like Kanye, Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
I can like watch him, but yeah, it's the same thing with Elliot. It's something.
It's something that doesn't
It
connect for
feels-
the average viewer.
I don't know, man. Feels manufactured.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that was one of my favorite parts about Joe Budden being there is that like he was on their head. He was kind of on their head, but he was on B-Dot's head. He was like, bro, stop doing like the interviewer voice. Like,
right.
Just talk to me regular. This
Maybe
is a podcast.
okay, this is
you know
what
I
it
mean?
is.
Too corporate.
We'll
get into
very
it.
corporate. Very
I went to
corporate.
their website in preparation for this topic, and I was like, "This is something that's just this is like
do the short clip first
1950s
again.
journalism.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be one of the biggest.
It's really by the book.
It's really by the book, clean cut.
There's no edge.
They're on when they were younger.
Yeah.
Radio was their the epitome. Like you could tell.
Well, not for them. They were the writers.
Yeah.
In the magazines.
Oh, so this describes they're writers.
They're writers.
That's
yeah.
what
They're
it is,
writers.
Yeah.
You know what it
They
is
were
though?
writers.
They have like a deep knowledge on hip hop, but they don't have a cool way about presenting it. Like it's there's some people who are cool just for knowing the facts, but it's because they present it in a cool way. Like Ack is kind of one of those dudes.
And Act doesn't even try. And it's not that they can't do it. It's just they're writers. Like their medium of doing it is a little bit different.
Did y'all hear that, Wendy?
Yeah, I was hearing something.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Someone's going crazy on this?
Yeah, it's like I can hear it again for some reason. I don't know why. Good, my bad.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, for some reason
it's not bad. It's gone now. It's gone now.
The writing doesn't translate to speaking in a creative and an entertaining way. That's
Right.
probably what it is. Because play this.
That's probably what it is.
Watch Joe Budden outshine both of them.
Oh yeah.
And what is this Rap Radar Joe Budden?
Now this short clip, I think this is just something that I just like that Joe Budden said about the podcast space.
Oh, 1 second.
What you like, you'll learn. I kill the people that how you want to be perceived. What you like, you'll learn. I kill the people that are lazy and are not invested in this, and it's just smoke and mirrors, and they trying to make people think some shit.
And they can just pop up off their name, basically.
And the people that do it for a quick check. Those two.
Right.
Those are the two that muddy the waters for niggas like me.
That's why I was curious, why do you think so many rappers are kind of getting into podcasting now?
Podcasting is a $1 billion
You see
business.
the interviewer finger?
Yeah,
quite,
I seen it.
Quite particular joke.
Like that's what he does when he's staring at his keyboard and he doesn't know what to put down on it.
I don't even remember why I put that screen recorded in there, honestly. That might have been just for me or something. I don't know why
Look
I did. But I can't remember.
Interesting.
You see this shit? He's an observer.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. I be doing the same thing, but man, I
But it just looks.
you say
it looks,
funny shit after.
Yeah, it looks different when you see it like this, though.
Isn't that the same thing that the
old
coach
is
did?
B-Dot?
Isn't that the same thing that coach did? What was his name? The black coach, Deion Sanders. He did that to the interviewer. He was like, "Come on, man, why you talking to me like that?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Regarding the sorry to bother you voice. Yeah, he did the same thing. Like, yo, be real.
Be real.
Like, I know you don't talk like this. I just spoke to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the interviewer was like, well, what do you want me to do, yo? Talk like this? It's like,
Come on, homeboy. But this is they're cut from a different brand of journalism. You could tell. Like this is very. It's just corporate. That was whoever said it first. That's the best way to put it,
bro. Ever since we started talking about Charlotte, I've just been seeing a lot of Charlemagne ass niggas, like just on that corporate grind level.
Well,
like you could tell this is Charlemagne's friend. These are Charlemagne's friends.
And the funny thing is, I feel like also is that it doesn't seem like no matter what happens, every generation does their form of gatekeeping. Like
that's true.
Like I feel like when Charlemagne first came out, Charlemagne was before academics, but I feel like I remember Charlemagne talking about how niggas were gatekeeping and hating on him. And the reason that Wendy Williams is such a pivotal point is because she was big and she wasn't hating on his stardom and was like, come up here and be next to me. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't gatekeep him from anything, you know, but it was these small amount of people. I feel like Charlemagne has a level of by the way he speaks about YouTube creators and things of that nature. You know what I mean? There's like a level of gatekeeping there. Even though we don't know, I can't speak on. I know he throws a lot of assists, so I can't call him a gatekeeper because it's not like I know
superiority.
Superiority. There's like a superiority thing that they're like kind of talking down, and they have that same energy, which I feel like does not translate to us as younger listeners because we're not young. Well, I'm not young listener, but
he doesn't even have a temp in his waves.
But you see, I used to have that. I can't talk like that. I used to have that, but look, it's. They're just not hip.
But
as a white man
they're
would say.
heavily respected. They're heavily respected.
Well, yeah,
and I respect them, but they're just not like. I don't want to say like cool because saying somebody's not cool is kind of corny.
It is,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know.
Because honestly, even when I have to, it really has to be my favorite. Somebody have to really enjoy for me to even watch the interview. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even if it's somebody that I like I like Jack Harlow interviews because I think he's funny.
Yeah.
I saw he was on there after I watched this. I had no desire to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'd rather see a motherfucker get drunk with Noriega.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, I have to really like whoever they're talking to for me to even buy into it because they just don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. Okay, so like they're not enough.
Yeah.
Because there's some people like I've listened to like scientists talk to Joe Rogan, and I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to the scientist again.
And I'm not gonna.
But
buy
he's
his
talking
book.
to Joe Rogan, and it's a cool
Right.
conversation.
Yeah.
So like, damn, like the door not even open for you for them.
Yeah, not really.
On an entertainment aspect.
On an entertainment aspect, no.
Damn.
But it's like I saw Joe Budden was there. There was no doubt in my mind I was gonna watch it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially because Joe's doing a meteor run after this complex list came out. Shout out to the complex list. Y'all did exactly what y'all were supposed to do. Piss everybody
We
off.
still talking about that shit,
And
man.
I love it. You know, I love it. Y'all pissed everybody off. Y'all put Joe in his position. You know what I mean?
That means they're gonna do it again next year.
And I hope it never stops. You know what I'm saying? But
Treat
one of
the
the
shit like the XXL freshman.
yeah. Now, one of the things that I will say about the freshman, not the freshman list, the complex media power list
Yeah.
that I did agree with Charlemagne on is that the veterans shouldn't have been included.
Yeah, Angie Martinez, Sway,
Angie Martinez, Sway,
Big Boy,
Elliot Wilson. Those were all
we
waste.
mentioned that. We said that those are legacy.
Yeah,
type.
those were all waste of spots at the same time.
You
You know
when
what I
you in
mean?
the Hall of Fame, you're not in the MVP candidate
Yeah,
race.
yeah.
You can't be rookie of the year
Jersey's
again.
retired already. It's cool.
You know how big your ego got to be to say like, man, we're too great to even be on that list. Man, Charlemagne, that's what he's doing.
No, you've already
His
did.
jersey isn't hung yet though.
Nah, he's not talking about himself.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah,
He's talking about the fact
He was
that
talking
people
about himself.
like Angie Martinez,
And
like
Big
she's,
Boy.
He was
well,
talking
she's
about
in the
himself, yeah.
game, but she's not competing at the level of like the young, hungry niggas. She's not, you know.
But
she's not. She's not an all-star selection.
She's not out here dying to take shots.
Right.
She's like a Udonis Haslam. She's just a veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there to give it a game.
Yeah.
Ray Allen.
Udonis.
Ray Allen.
I mean, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But,
know that many old veterans.
But yeah, let's listen to this because this goes into the complex list a little bit, and we get to see Elliot and his feelings a little bit.
God
So
damn. Yeah.
And they got the perfect hairline.
Y'all always get the big one though.
Yeah,
like y'all always.
But I think
keep
that's
one of
about.
those.
I feel like that because of that though. I don't like the thing with the number 8 for me. I feel like people kind of don't know how to rank me, or like they treat me like I'm an outlier. Why you looking at that? Why?
Because that list is bullshit.
No, I'm saying, but even on podcasts, I feel like I get tired of people being like, "Well, the rapper, hip hop podcast, Budden, Nori, they don't mention Rap Radar.
We don't.
They don't mention it the same way.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think they look at us as like a certain journalism or different standard, and I'm the OG and B-Dot, and it's like we're not allowed to be kind of ranked with you guys because you guys are the ex-players or whatever. I don't know. I just think it's.
Why do you think that is?
Hell.
I think it's just because it's celebrity driven. I look at, you, Nori, Gilly. You guys are celebrities.
What do you say about the hundreds of other successful podcasters that are not celebrities?
I'm talking about in our space, like in hip hop space, I guess.
Well, I know.
Yeah, but I think in a hip hop space, like you guys have something in common. Like Elliot said, ex-players. But at the end of the day, I really don't care personally. I
have my own.
I want to hear the Joe Bud theory.
Am I allowed to give it here?
Of course.
This is a place of love.
Because no, let me find a different way to work.
You can be honest, Joe. We love you. Whatever you gotta say, buddy. What?
Well, y'all are bigger than Rap Radar.
Okay.
That's what the problem is.
Personnel, us?
Individually.
Got you.
Elliot Wilson and B-Dot are bigger than Rap Radar.
So we got to rebrand ourselves to Elliot Wilson and B-Dot
I
podcast.
just told y'all 20 minutes ago, I just see the value in people and things. I believe this. I'm not saying that because y'all sitting here. But nobody is going to put Rap Radar.
Easy. Not too much on Rosenberg. Easy. Not too much on Rosenberg.
No comment. But no one's going to put Rap Radar in the same breath as.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying.
Joe Budden, Gilly, Nori, and whoever else they name when they're glad.
So do you think this is the age? So do you think this is the age of kind of self-branding in a sense, like that these are the brands?
Because you said that was a great point, but what point was made?
That they're bigger than Rap Radar.
Than the brand itself?
He's kind of bigging them up like, man, you're better than these white men. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think this is what you tell your friend.
You think
when
it's
they
a
looking
back?
down.
You think so?
Because, well,
I know what you mean.
Well, he is right that Gilly, Joe,
They have celebrity helping them.
I mean, it's like
He
celebrity.
saved face a
They
little
have
bit.
personality helping them.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
that's
it
what-
is at the end of the day.
that's really what it
Charlemagne
is.
was number 3. He's not a retired rapper.
Yeah.
Wallow isn't even a retired rapper. So
Yeah.
2 out of the 4 people you were speaking about,
You're right.
And
He's yeah.
Academics wasn't even. He's not even a rapper.
not a rapper.
Yeah.
Majority of the top 10 aren't rappers. It's
True.
2.
Yeah.
3. Noriega.
I think he was letting them down easy.
Yeah, that's gentle. That's how you tell your friend his shirt is stupid without, roasting them.
Yeah.
So what would you, if you was Joe, like what would you have to say?
In that moment, you got a brutal honesty, nigga.
Well,
Even if it turns Elliot red.
Because he's already red. He was already red when he offered it up.
When he started thinking about that list.
Yeah.
They both
Shit got him hot.
Yeah.
the Jesus
B-Dot.
B-Dot. He made a good point. It is kind of like a popularity contest. Like that 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 doesn't get the best rappers of the year. Nigga, they get the most poppin' and
They try to get the most popping.
It's a lot of
they try to
different.
get the most potential.
It's a lot of different criteria you have to check off to even be on the list. And maybe, you know, Elliot doesn't check off the popularity contest in the podcast and hip hop space.
Yeah, and I mean, when you really, I think he has a elitist mentality as well.
It sounds that way a little bit.
Elliot Wilson.
It sounded that way a little
to
bit.
where, yeah, I think he has an elitist mentality to where he might have even rubbed his constituents, his coworkers, his peers the wrong way.
Yeah, he was like, I'm more Bill Maher.
Yeah, he's like he's they don't even know how to properly rank me really, like
right,
because I'm the old guy. And
when he
it's
came
like,
out with that out the gate, that's how I felt.
Yeah, and he has an elitist, and I think we feel that, and then we also seen where Joe joked about it, about how they're. I think another thing is too, like a lot of these guys, since they're like interview and journalist based, they're guest based as well too.
Yeah.
So that
inevitably
that never helps in terms of us bringing you up.
Gilly the Kid and Wallow.
Do you think they enjoy podcasting? Or do you think it's a
doing
necessary
it-
evil because print is now dead?
It feels more like a thing they have to do.
And that's probably why it shows like this.
Yeah.
This is probably why the performance is like this, because they're taking that same approach
to
something they half-heartedly believe in. Like, I feel like if he had the choice between being number one on that podcast list and like the best like writer, blogger, journalist, and all of rap, he's probably gonna favor that one.
The writer one.
He's gonna favor the writer one.
Yeah, true.
Which isn't bad, but then like you can't then also complain about why you're not successful in this avenue.
Well, they see, yeah, it's true, but they always make waves in the writing space. Because I
And
mean, B
yeah.
Dot killed that list. He had everybody going crazy over that list.
Everybody crazy, but
And
what
be happy
moment did
that
B
you were
Dot
in the
kill? There
top
was a
10.
soundbite.
Oh, none.
None. Yeah.
I don't know any. But I mean, he should be grateful that he was in the top 8 because I didn't watch a single. I think the last Rap Radar podcast that I watched before this one,
Drake.
Which one came first, Drake or the one where they interview Will Smith in like Abu Dhabi?
Oh,
You remember that one?
I didn't even watch it, but I
Yeah,
saw
I remember
it.
that.
I know you're talking about.
I can't remember. Whatever one came first.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
last
what
one?
around the Aladdin movie.
That might have been around the Aladdin movie. It was definitely.
Got that happened.
It was definitely before the whole slap.
Yeah.
But it was like
Even if it wasn't, they wouldn't have brought it up.
That was
Which
in,
is why that number is.
right.
Yeah, that looks like that was in 2018 July. The Will Smith one.
Okay, and then the Drake was before that. I feel like.
I think
that
the
was
Drake
in,
was
wait, that was
after
in
that.
2018. Are you sure they didn't talk to him twice?
Yeah, the Drake was 2019.
So Drake was the last time I watched him.
Yeah,
It's a certain age and at least and level. Like, I feel like Elliot Wilson and B Dot shouldn't even be worrying about this list. Like everything, all the write-ups they've done. Like they probably did write-ups of 50 Cent during his Get Rich or Die trying phase.
And that's the
like, why
thing,
should they
too.
even care?
That's the thing.
You get
too.
what I'm saying?
But
niggas
we
are
don't
competitive.
care. That's why.
Yeah.
You can't be proud of something that nobody else celebrates because then you're the only nigga that likes it.
And
you're supposed to. Well, you're not supposed to accomplish things for other people. But like, if you're doing something that nobody enjoys,
nigga, everybody want to be validated, nigga. But
Literally,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Like this nigga too old to be worrying about. And was that list the first of its kind?
The hip hop media power ranking.
It was the biggest.
Yeah, it was. It was
the biggest of
I
its
think it was
kind.
the first time they did a power ranking like that. Media list like that.
So
it's new. So you do want to place high, which you place higher than you should.
You was top 8.
If
nigga.
anything,
That's crazy.
like he's cemented enough. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like
He might not make the list next year.
I don't think so, and I think that he made the
With
list
this
because of
attitude.
more business connections than content.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I think a lot, and that's the thing. It's like before the internet was a thing and when blogs were a thing and it was like magazines and prints, it was like I heard Stephen A. Smith talking about back in the day how every major ball player had a reporter that they reported to pretty much. Like if you wanted to talk to Jordan, you had to talk.
That's a
He
fact.
only talked to this person. If you wanted to talk to Kobe, you only talked to this person. I think like Elliot Wilson was like that for like Jay-Z probably. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So it's like, but that resume, these kids don't care about it. And I mean, and I'm closer to their age. I mean, he's still a lot older than me. I'm closer to B-Dot's age, but still like B-Dot is their young representation, and B-Dot still got me by at least 7 years.
B-Dot is a young representation. He's
'cause
40, right?
B-Dot's like 38 or 40, but I'm closer to B-Dot's age than his. I think Elliot's like 50.
It's like 56.
Yeah, or something like that. He's even older. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like B-Dot's the closest to the culture, but it's like they don't even have a Patreon apparently.
He's probably never felt accepted. Light skin in hip hop.
I think he's fighting it.
This might, and what is Rap Radar?
I don't know.
It's a radar for rap.
It's, but it's.
I think it was see what it started. I don't know if it was a magazine or if it was I think it might have been an article, a section in a.
What is Rap Caviar, and is that their thing?
Rap Caviar is a playlist.
It's a playlist.
But that's
Spotify.
theirs?
No.
It's not their playlist? Okay.
Rap Radar?
Rap Caviar. I thought that was their playlist.
No. That's Spotify's playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, I think it really is just a podcast or just a radio show, essentially.
I thought it was a magazine thing that carried over first.
They got a Sirius XM ad.
Type in Elliot Wilson.
They getting money.
Dude, do Rap Radar Elliot Wilson.
Yeah, they get money.
I wonder if he has a Wikipedia.
But I was
Think
just.
he's popping enough for a Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just curious because
He's been writing since the 70s, nigga. He probably got 5 source articles.
he definitely did a write up of Stevie Wonder for sure. That's how old he is.
That's crazy. I don't think he's that old.
Billy D
I
and
was
them.
fucking- yeah. Billy Jean.
Does he have a wiki?
He's always looked the same. At least he
Is
got
that?
consistent.
Oh, that is him. Wow, he has always looked the same. How old is he?
Yeah.
He looks
52. He's 52.
LaGuardia.
Yeah, it was he was a magazine editor.
LaGuardia.
Or is.
Yeah, she look a little bit older than I thought. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so he's a writer. I think it might be time for a little ego check. You know what I'm saying?
I think he needs to-
half Greek.
Because it's like if you get placed at
He needs to separate himself from this. Like, it's, man. I mean, I think it's like, you know, when like old niggas like try to step in some shit they don't understand.
I was about to say.
They get so frustrated.
You ever seen an old person try to take a screenshot on an iPhone?
Oh my God, all hell breaks loose.
I think this, like with Rap Radar,
Yeah.
this is them trying to cement themselves into the new era of what rap is. They're trying to basically fucking start all over again.
Right.
Which they might have to. I don't know what they're doing.
How do you evolve without bowing out, though? How do you like keep yourself young without like?
You don't keep yourself young.
Well, yeah, you don't keep yourself young, right?
You grow in age gracefully.
You grow in age, yeah.
Some might say,
and you're not always gonna be the white hot shit. That's part of life. You're gonna get to the point where you're the old man on the porch.
But what's the best way to do that in this audio space? You know what I'm saying?
Some might
let
say,
it happen. Don't fight the current.
No. Take chances. But the thing is, he's an old school generation. So before this, another point, Joe, that I thought was interesting, Joe actually reached out to Elliot to do Everyday Struggle, and Elliot turned it down.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God as well.
That would have ruined that shit.
Yeah,
man.
that would have been terrible. But
it would have.
somebody does want us to. They do kind of want us to talk about Everyday Struggle at some point, but we'll save that for another show. We'll save that for next week, I think. But
What they want us to say?
They just want us to kind of talk about the importance or the non-importance of everyday struggle.
We probably talked about that shit before.
Yeah.
We got 12 other episodes.
Yeah, right.
It's probably happened.
So I was like, I'm not about to go down
I'm about to
this
say,
road.
nigga Tom Cruise said, fuck that shit.
Let me say the same shit I said 3 weeks ago.
Right.
That's redundant.
But yeah, he turned that down. But based off what it sounded like Joe was pretty much just let us know, like, this nigga is not a take chance. He's not a take chance person on content.
Yeah.
He's not even down to take a chance on making a Patreon. He's not the type to. It's
no balls.
Yeah,
By the book.
It's by the book. It's if you don't have
Under oath.
If you don't have a salary for me,
right,
I'm not doing it.
You can't move that way.
But that's how a lot of people. That's how our parents moved. That's how a lot of our parents were.
It's not from the heart. Like if you're doing everything from the heart, it should just happen.
So how come this? Is it just because this era, this new age, we're so much more along like the side of evolving? Like how
take chances?
Take chances.
It's not evolving. We have a better chance.
But the openness in this era, like we're open to trying more things. Is that what it is?
The barrier to entry for a lot of fields has been lowered. Is why you see a lot of bad work.
Which is why
we have the most access of any generation before us.
And they had to fight so hard for their barrier entrance, which I can also understand their superiority complex.
That's true.
When you had to fight so hard for your position to even be talked about the way you are talked about, and this other nigga is getting it off of 2 videos or.
Who the fuck are you even talking to me
you know
about
what I'm
this
saying?
shit?
Like, we can't even. He feels like the fucking peasant away from me. You know what I'm saying? I was in a suit in Birmingham marching.
But, right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
That's why
I did this for you, nigga. Like you saying,
know what I'm
you're here
saying?
because of me, bro.
And I honestly feel like,
I
back to my
understand.
earlier point, is that they view this as a lower medium.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
They
a
don't
lower
value
quality
it.
medium. So
Yeah.
it's like, why are people being celebrated for doing less work than me?
That's a fact.
I-
Yeah.
I think he should have took the elder approach. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
high elder approach. It's like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like wherever our place is cool. Just be real humble about it.
He could have been happy that he was on the list.
Just
like you
happy
said.
you was on the list, like that people know who you are still. But I don't know, man. It's that everything's ego.
But I mean, he's an artist. He says about his shit, right?
You're supposed to be, but yeah, he's definitely not taking no like creative risk.
We done with this topic?
You were done.
He tired
All
of
right,
that shit.
Hit the bell. Because I just got a DM from a very consistent supporter.
Okay.
He was like, I just enjoy hearing y'all boys speak. You dudes are, in my opinion, light years ahead of some of the best. No matter what you say in the intro of every podcast. Oh yeah, because we talk about people more successful.
Right.
I appreciate y'all. Tell the fellas I said what up, bro. That's why I had to say that, because it just happened.
What up, bro?
10-4.
Yeah, shout out Courtney. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
your name because you a real fucking supporter.
Yeah, well, I'll bleep your last name out, but
shit.
you'll know. Yeah, we'll know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you, pimp. Yeah.
Let's get into this. Tex Stone was sentenced to 35 years in prison. We gotta have a
Say that shit with more sadness.
Yeah, sorry.
we need a violin. Where's the violin?
And we need a bell.
I gave a bell. Oh yeah, we'll do another one.
Nah, it is unfortunate Tex Stone hit with 35. He took. It's kind of. It is
Keep
kind
on
of.
it.
Yeah.
Keep on it.
Oh, I didn't know y'all was gonna do it again.
It's okay. No.
But it is unfortunate. But he was on Twitter, kind of taking it like a champ.
No,
You know?
he was on Twitter talking like he was Andy Dufresne. Like he was about to crawl through shit and sewage to get to freedom.
Yeah, it
He
was.
said, "I'm not doing this whole 35. I'm simply, it's not happening."
Yeah, he did.
Well, he said
What
that,
did he
but,
tweet?
but he was like going back at it with people. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not staying here long." And then
Remember, he was posting pictures of the dude that snitched on him.
Yeah,
literally the day after he got sentenced, he was tweeting like he didn't get sentenced to 35 years.
Exactly.
He was like,
Which
"Yo,
was
what y'all on today,
crazy.
B?" It's like, nigga.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is that we gotta remember too is that one of the things that really was the nail in the coffin in the trial was that they were watching the phone that he was on, and they got conversations of him trying to get people to intimidate witnesses outside through the Telegram app, I think it was. So we also got to remember
Shout out to Telegram.
So it's if we're being objective, he did some dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
this whole
he sealed
situation
his
was some
fate.
dumbass shit.
The whole situation was dumb. He sealed his fate, but it was like that was one of the things that really was the nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? Like he's telling his sister, "I don't care if you have to." I'm gonna bleep that. Mark that for me. I don't care if you have to do that.
Fellatio.
Yeah, get him to testify against or not show up to court. Essentially, like they got messages, they got transcripts of him doing stuff like that.
You see, that's the type of things I think about. Like, if I was in this situation, what's the best way to like get somebody some information without, what I mean?
There's no way to do it. I just feel like,
Especially when you're in jail, nigga, everything is monitored.
even those phones, it's like those phones have been confiscated 7 times. They got bugs on them and everything. Like,
And Telegram is like literally the best app for the feds. Like Telegram saves everything. Like it's literally open source.
They could come get me if they want it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Isn't Telegram supposed to be like coded? Isn't it supposed to be safer?
It's supposed to be, but nothing's 100%.
None of this shit is
safe.
safe, bro.
Yeah, but like they frame it like
It is a lot more control. Like if you're in a Telegram group, the leader of the group, he probably put it to where you can't just share the group and send
Gotcha.
other people to. It's kind of tight, but
yeah,
nigga, it ain't that tight.
When you listen to old Tex Stone, the fact that this is happening is sad to say, but it's not surprising.
You're right.
There's 1,000 conversations I've heard in the past where I'm like, yo, this nigga is he has a crystal ball in front of him.
Yeah.
Like he's just manifesting whatever's about to happen. He always talking about shooting a nigga. Like there was a point like
It definitely shows you.
And there's nothing surprising about this. This was damn near bound to happen.
Do you believe in that? Pretty much, like you pretty much speak things to life, right? Like if you say it that many
Speak
times.
things into existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I don't know. I'm still iffy on that.
I think that was his environment already, and like,
you don't think speaking about it brings more likeliness to it?
No, because
speaking about it is a reflection of what you got going on,
right,
and what you are capable of doing. So
Exactly.
He told us a billion times that he would shoot a nigga in self-defense.
Right, but like
And-
your mind itself.
Damn.
Yeah, the Thunder's
it's
crazy
throwing
out
it
there.
up.
Thor
yeah.
is angry with us.
I hope this goddamn power don't go.
Odin's son.
The mind is crazy where like when you say something, right? You say something out loud, you hear it like 3 times. You think it, you say it, you hear yourself say it, right? So it's like you training your mind to do something, ain't you?
You're programming your mind, but like I could talk about heart attacks all day. I might not ever get one.
Nah,
But that's
not,
different. That's
Ever
different.
get one.
And
But
it's still possible.
levels.
It's possible.
It's possible, but it's levels.
Look at where we sitting right now. There was a point in time we were recording a podcast in a cave, and we saw the biggest podcast in Raleigh doing the biggest shit here. We was like, one day we gonna sit on the couch with them niggas and politic.
Yes, sir.
Look at where we sitting right now.
I bet you thought it was air conditioning in this bitch or that too.
I thought you niggas was in LA.
That's funny.
I bet you thought the climate was more controlled.
I was like, nigga, we gonna talk shit on the 20th floor. You know, we in the garage, but it's all right though.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Grass not cut all
But
the
look,
times.
That just means we made it look good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, y'all painted a pretty picture. But
We might just spin these cameras one day so they know what's really going on around this
Yeah, we gotta
motherfucker.
clean up one good time.
I don't know. We might have to keep the facade for them.
Yeah, we'll keep the facade.
Yeah, we'll pull a gilly.
Hopefully,
Not too fast.
in a year, we'll be able to get a facility for us.
I would like to make a petition for Tex Stone to start a podcast in prison.
Yeah, because what's stopping him now?
Yeah,
He did a couple. He did a couple from there.
But it's not his own podcast. It's not like this is episode 32 of the Tex Season
Yeah.
podcast. He's done over the phone interviews.
Yeah.
I saw he went on Brilliant Idiots for 14 minutes not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
What the hell? I missed that.
Yeah, I missed that.
Well, when I say not too long ago, it was probably like a year or two ago.
It was like
Oh,
2 years
okay.
ago.
He was still locked up.
Gotcha.
Okay, I got you.
But that happened, yeah.
But also, you sentenced at this point. Doesn't it seem like, I know niggas have tablets and stuff. Doesn't it seem like he has more access to Twitter than anybody else in jail?
That's all he can do now.
Yeah.
And it seems like nobody really cares.
Right.
Nobody.
It doesn't seem like they care at all. It's like
So what's stopping the podcast?
he be live tweeting. You know what I'm saying? Like
You think he's mentally prepared for like a podcast? You think he's capable of doing that?
Yeah. He's been doing nothing but push-ups and reading.
That would be a sick prison system. What if the prison system like allowed you to podcast in there and just give me a cut of it?
Nigga, it's been records made in
Hell
jail.
no. That nigga gonna
That'd be sick.
he gonna get a penny every 1,000 streams.
I think he could do it. I would listen and I would be entertained. I'm
Bro,
such a fan
funny-
of Tex Stone that he could come out of jail 35 years later, 72 years old, and I'm going to watch his podcast.
Right,
They
right.
let Joe Biden run the country. This
Me
nigga
too.
could talk on the mic for an hour and some change.
I'm gonna listen to it when he gets out, if he does it. 72 is a long time, and then I hope he makes it to 72. But we also gotta remember he's in a dangerous situation. too.
Right.
Yeah.
This isn't like he's at a resort for 35
Right.
years. You know what I'm saying?
He isn't in rehab.
He's not in a rehab facility.
Unfortunately.
he's in gladiator school.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to hear like a pod though. I wouldn't want to hear the pod.
Why is that?
I would hear the first couple, but I don't know how long I'd be able to stay invested.
If he wanted to do a just a checkup Tex Stone like every couple of months, that would
if
be
he
cool.
interviewed people, their prison stories, I would listen to that. But like hearing him commentate on the outside world, I'm less interested in.
I would listen. I feel like he would be better at everybody because he's detached.
He's gonna be too far detached though.
Nah,
but you detached, you can really see what's going on.
How much can you see? You don't even know what the world is up to now.
The nigga tweeted 2 hours ago.
I know, but I mean, like, by that time, bro, 35 years, you know how much advancement's gonna happen in the world?
It's a certain.
You know what I'm saying? That you have to be able to take a part of, like, you have to take part in that advancement to really even say shit about
We
it.
shouldn't be going to him for like what's gonna happen
Advice.
in the future.
Right.
But there's a lane for what he could do.
Okay.
He's entertaining and educated enough, and the whole jail theme, nigga.
He could definitely take the wax approach, just talk about some criminal elements. But I wouldn't want to hear that from Tex. Like, Because it's just a sad situation. Like 35 years, I don't want to hear about.
Nigga
Like
has 418,000 tweets.
Yeah, congratulations, Tex Stone.
He's a habitual. He has a problem. That's addiction right there.
And
That's crazy.
He's
bro.
siding with Jim Jones. He just said, "Don't respond, push."
Yeah.
He chose a side.
Nah, he might be siding with Push.
He's siding with Push. I
Yeah,
think.
saying take the high road. That
Yeah,
shit
he's
was like
saying,
days
he's saying
ago.
he's not worth it.
Oh yeah, true, probably.
Tex strikes me as somebody that doesn't respect Jim Jones. Like he strikes me as somebody that would talk crazy to Jim Jones.
And I would love to hear him say it,
And I
no
would
matter
love- yeah.
where he is on the planet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He strikes me.
It's like-
He's straight at the type of. You talking about Jimmy? Jimmy was barefoot. We used to smack him over. Yeah, like yeah. Some shit. That wasn't even a good impression.
We was barefoot smacking Jim
Yeah,
Jones.
Yo,
right.
just let Big Body Best call this nigga over the prison phone and let them do what they do.
That'd actually be good.
That'd be that's content, nigga.
Bro, but I wouldn't want it. It's like it's just sad.
I just love both of these individuals. Some
like them
people
too,
you
bro.
such a fan of that you gonna get on this ship while it's sinking.
I would definitely want to listen.
That's what I'm doing with Charlemagne right now.
That's true. You think 35 years is too long?
For what he did?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Nah.
He brought a.
He probably earned that, nigga.
Yeah, he did. And
It was
honestly,
during
based
the
on his
whole- like, a
past-
lot of other
honest-
people could have died, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if he didn't earn it, the way he conducted himself on Telegram, hey, you can't get caught trying to, persuade witnesses and shit.
I just wish he never went.
I don't. Yeah, that's the most I can wish for. I don't know.
I just wish he never showed up to a place where he thought he needed a gun.
The thing that is interesting, though, I'm scared if the power's gonna go out if the storm gets worse.
I've seen it in your face the whole time. I wanted to laugh about it earlier.
Yeah,
this nigga
I'm
is like
nervous.
frightened.
Yeah, I am.
Because if that does happen, we're fucked.
I don't know. That's what makes me scared.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. That camera might
This is going to be good
That
because this
might
is a computer, so this is fine.
Yeah,
All this
because
is saved.
it's got a battery
so we're
backup.
gonna be good.
You know what I mean? But it's just
But
like
the cameras.
the camera. It's
The
just,
cameras will go.
You never know.
What time are we at?
We at 2:40.
Oh, we're
well,
out.
really, we're not because this was running for like 16 minutes beforehand.
That's fine, but we're
It's
pretty much
still too
because the only other thing that I had on here was H3 completely obliterated just for other
Yeah,
things.
he did.
Which is more of a fetish at this point.
I'm kind of I feel bad talking about her getting dunked on, man.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
Repeatedly?
This is it's like a fetish for her. It's like I don't know why she walks into these situations, but maybe we can save it till next week. It's kind of
Maybe.
late anyway. I just don't want to lose.
She needs the attention.
Maybe she doesn't like get embarrassed.
All
Maybe she's
attention
that
is
type
good
of bitch.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not ones that make you look mentally inept. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
especially when you
not-
take that high road and the way she talks. But go ahead.
And let me rephrase that, not from a business standpoint of
Yeah.
like people are talking about me, so my podcast is gonna be successful.
Right.
On a person, on like I need validation
A human
from me
level.
as who I am. So the
Okay.
fact that we in the room talking about me, like I'm getting you. Everybody's met a white girl that was just down for everything. You can say anything that you want to about her. You can make her do anything you want her to do.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
for
down
sure.
for the ride. This is
Right.
what this is.
Right. That's true. She just
She's a
want,
pick me. That's what they call her all the time.
She's the definition of pick me.
Yep.
Oh
and
my
that's
god.
and that's the thing. Like H3, I don't watch his content, but I know he's like genuinely hated.
Yeah.
Love, and he even I like how self-aware he was.
We should do a deep dive.
We
on
can
him.
do a deep dive on him, and because he
Not
even,
right now, though.
He even asked her. He was like, "Did you watch me as a fan or a hate watcher?" I think he knows a large portion of his fans are hate watchers.
Right.
But I mean, it was a flawless victory in this
It was
debate. You know what I'm
flawless.
saying? And it's like as I'm listening, I'm like, I just kept thinking, there's no way she is like, this is a fetish at this point. It's
Yeah.
like.
Shout out
she's-
to the edits too.
and
Some
she
funny
walks
edits.
into it's all of these are the most preventable. He didn't set her up one time. Is pretty much what I'm saying.
Everybody's doubling down on like what they do, like
Yeah,
Loon, Charlotte, Pearly.
No matter how good it is.
Yeah, everybody's
No
doubling
matter
down.
how good or how bad it is, people are doubling down on everything and closing off like it's echo chamber city again.
You think you would have learned from the baby, man?
Yeah, it's bad, bro.
Nah, people just too stubborn to grow and admit defeat.
Yeah.
Because that fucks
That's the
with your
big.
ego.
That's the big one. You got to be able to admit defeat. I had to learn that over the years, bro. You go, bro. You get so much better after just doing that.
I love being embarrassed.
Yeah, I love not knowing things because I'm learning something.
Yeah. I don't know if I like admitting defeat, but I do like to transition and pivot immediately.
Right.
That's like my favorite thing.
But admitting defeat, not saying defeat.
I don't like to sit there too long.
Yeah. You too real to just admit defeat. Yeah.
I know I lost, but goddamn it, watch me come back a lot quicker and better.
Right, but
You know
that's
what I'm
the
saying?
part of admitting defeat.
Yeah,
That's what we're
yeah.
talking about. We're not talking about suffering. You know what I'm saying?
But the
Let's
jokes
say I
are
took an L.
the jokes are in the L's.
Yeah,
and I'm
like-
a person that loves laughter.
Yeah, I took an L. Let me move from it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But people would just sit on their whatever.
That high horse.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But it feels like Pearly Things doesn't have that much of an ego, which is also good for the business. If she
Yeah.
could just be embarrassed like this.
Yeah, if she can take these
Like,
embarrassing moments like this.
It sounds like she needs more ego, more pride in herself.
Nah, she
What's the point
already
of going
has
in the
that.
room to get smacked around by everybody dead?
It seemed like she kind of was
But
afraid
you-
too. Go ahead.
H3 smacking you around is probably like a baby hitting you. You get what I'm saying? In terms of like how hard
He
like
has
that
a
hit
large
is.
viewership.
He's a huge
But,
viewership.
but I'm saying him though.
Oh, it's like
in
the
the room.
actual
Okay,
person.
Now, after the
yeah.
video drops,
Yeah.
and you know
The
the,
people
trolls,
smack harder than him.
Loon
Yeah.
soldiers, all that.
That's probably the secret in how like his shit works. It's like you feel like he's insignificant, but when he drops his shit, it's gonna
Yeah.
fuck you up because of all the people that's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of him. It's a bunch of mediocre white people. Shout out to H3. Been doing it for a minute.
He's been around for a long time.
A very long time.
Yeah,
I've known about him since I was in like middle school.
Yeah. He's got like 15, almost probably 20 years of just content creation.
Yeah. You can never
under
hate
his
on that
belt.
because it takes a different level.
You're built different. Whether I end up, because I haven't even gone into your content, whether I end up enjoying your content or not enjoying your content,
just gotta respect.
You gotta respect 15, 20 years of being
Especially
and being large. You know what I'm saying? Like
old YouTube.
When it
like
was-
when it was
yeah.
like really airy, like
Yeah.
can you live off this? I don't know. Like what can
Yeah.
you do with this? Like brand deals, it wasn't. Yeah,
it was
it takes a lot of risk. It takes a lot of balls.
Yeah.
Elliot Wilson got to look into that nigga.
Yeah, Elliot, pick it up, man.
Yeah, man.
But that's it. I just can't do it. My anxiety's through the roof.
I feel that. Well, before we go to anybody listen to the gym disc? Anybody actually listen to it? The gym
I
disc.
didn't listen to the
Push.
gym disc.
It wasn't good enough to talk about.
Yeah.
Nigga,
I ain't
did you
trying to
listen
talk about it.
Yes.
Just wanna.
It was
Okay.
it was good.
Yeah.
It was cool, but
It was pretty fucking good.
I don't
But you know what was even better is if you go to all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and make sure you follow Homeroom University.
Yeah.
And make sure you hit the smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we're gonna see y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah.